to believe we're in heaven. And love is all that I need, and I found it there in your heart. It isn't too hard to see, we're in
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Aegis League. I know it has been a hot minute since I have been on this stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn the music a little bit down because I realize it might be a tad loud, but we are here with some League of Legends, and I hope you are ready to rock and roll. We have got WP versus LDL. It is LDL who have shown their illustrious faces on stream once again, and we do love to stream for LDL. We do love their games. We've got one of the main boys come from LDL, Mr. Oliver, so hopefully he will be popping into chat. But it's nice to see everyone again. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been in the whole streaming scene, but unfortunately the university has taken a bit more preference, just as like my whole life depends on it, you know, that kind of jazz. Like it's just for me. It's just to kind of make sure that I look after myself, and then with my hobbies will come with time. Because I need to be able to focus on what I need to do for my future, so then one day I can do this for more entertainment rather than stressing that I'm not going to be able to make enough time for it. So the stress of not making time for it has been a big problem of mine. But nice to see everybody. What's up, Nightshade? Welcome. Pepin, welcome Pepin, and Mr. Fox here, the owner, the one who started the Aegis League. So tonight is Div 2. It is the semi-final, and we are hoping to see some bangers. We're hoping to see some solid games from around my way. It is best of 3, so it's going to be a best of 3 matchup between these teams here. And I do apologize in advance. My whole studio. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I need to get the dock so I can. There you go. Oh God, no! Twitch is just like jumping all over the place. Thank you for the follow, Hackers Guarded. Thank you so much for the stream, for the welcome. Oh, Jiggles133, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Sounds like I'm using webcam mic. Okay. Oh, you know what it was? Because my camera was picking up my audio as well. I do apologize. Yeah. I know. I've got an actual microphone here. Like, and I've got my laptop working, and I've got my actual microphone. It's just like the camera was kind of fucking out. And also now I've got a wireless headset, so now it also picks up some weird stuff. Oh gosh. But it's nice to be back. Nice to see everyone in chat. The loud ass music. Okay, let me turn my mic up. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah. Sorry, it is a bit loud. I'm still managing it. I had to reinstall everything because it just wasn't working very well. And then my computer had a whole crash. My hard drive died. I had to replace it, and I haven't installed OBS since because I've been so worried that I'm not gonna be able to get my work done for my exams if I'm getting the temptation to stream. You know, like it's always there. Better than Matt already. Jeez, we can't throw shade to Matt out here. I can't throw shade to that man. Don't throw that shade, huh? I popped into a handful of his streams here and there. I know he's got a stream on tonight, so be sure to check that out. All the links will be in the Aegis League Discord for anyone who wants to check in. But I am kind of just waiting to get up and running and all the teams into lobby and whatnot. So, but just don't mind me for now because I have to like add everything again. So once we're in game, I'm gonna have to add the audio again because like the audio capture isn't proper, and I don't know, my overlay hasn't been working very well recently, so I might not even have an audio, like an overlay. So I'm gonna capture the audio as well. There we go, that's nice. And then let's add my camera because let's add the existing one, so we don't need to add like a million other ones. All right, cool. There we go. So you're gonna have to deal with my handsome face on the stream when you're watching the game. So I do apologize if it gets in the way. I'm very sorry for all of that. But yeah, it's nice to see everyone again. It's got plenty of new faces out here. Got J Giles133. I really hope I don't mess up any of these names because if my chat knows me, I mess up names more than I mess up a lot of my marks in high school. So relatable. But why is the camera not doing the nice things, you know? Oh, there we go. That is way better. And then just... Ah, there we go. That is nice. Again, for invite to lobby, it is... Hello, it's Justin. That's my... It's 6... It's 4486 are the numbers at the end. So it should be easy as pie, but... Oh gosh, we are going to listen to some... Not Alexander. We'll listen to Indestructible by Disturbed. That's what we're going to listen to. But Gold Killer, also, one of the residents in the stream. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Nice to see everyone again. I really hope the audio catches, but oh, we got invitationals. I'm not an Elise main. I wonder if he mains Elise. Quick, out of curiosity. Oh, there we go. We've got everyone in here. Nice to see everyone. Okay, so in terms of an overlay, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be working some weird ass magic. So let's actually move that to pictures. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is I need to add a picture there. Alright. Silverfang best ADC out there right now. Ooh, we'll gotta watch out for him. I know the meta's been kind of all over the place, so... What? Oh wow, what? What? Huh? Indestructible. Did I put it in pictures? I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in pictures. So let's just go. Lol. Because I'm pretty sure I have at least. I've made like a whole lot of overlays, but I just don't think I have the. Is that the Aegis League one? I know I made. That's the Arakan. Ugh, I'm just. Alright. Copy to desktop. What? Huh? What? No, this is not what I want. Got some practice with me, so I hope he is the best. Yeah, well, glad to hear that. Well, he's gonna have to prove it. He's gonna have to prove that he's got what it takes to be the top tier ADC. So no, I need the error overlay on my desktop. All right, I got the hydrate. So yes, I will hydrate. I have this, and I have water somewhere. I have placed it. Hey, my lovey loves. Nice to see my baby on stream. She's come to support. Always nice to have the baby here. All right, where is it? There you are. Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, chat, this is the best I'm going to be able to do in terms of overlays, so I really hope that it's okay. But we're just getting the all clear. Hey, 12 months for the resub. Thank you so much, my angel. 12 months of resub. Glad to have you for 12 months, my baby. And you got the 12-month badge, too, which is it's the cute little kitty. But let's put that there. Now I'm gonna add some text overlays. So let's see who is where. So okay, text. Let's go to text. Let's go. Will you do a prediction battle? Of course I will, brother. Don't you worry. Let me actually do that now. Let me actually get the prediction going. Alright, prediction time. Let's go. Alright, so who will take game one? It's gonna be LDL or VP. Last time I did this was LDL versus Evo. So you got 10 minutes to do your predictions, get your points in, get your spending down. This is the one time where I'm telling you spend everything, don't leave a single cent behind. And one thing's for sure, it's going to be worth it. So LDL, and then we're going to select Dragon, okay, and then go there. And then... Wait, that's too small. Okay, so let's do Control C, Control V, and then edit that. No. Add a whole new text document. You change the title to B05. Yeah, I'll change it. Give me a momento. I just want to make sure that I have everything here. Okay, cool. Okay, so then WP. Okay, cool. Teams are all there, all sorted. Draft is starting. Draft has started. All right, awesome. I will be there now. I am very sorry this is taking longer than it should. Stream is a bit all over the place, but yes. All right, let's go take a look at the draft. They have started us in the draft. Okay, so Justin got spec link. He's in lobby. It's there. Where's the spec link? Okay, they had to create it again. Okay, cool. Alright, they had created the link again. Alright, then now let's get some music going. So lol. Champ. Okay, so Alright. The fuck, why is it taking so long? Why is it doing this? Ah, fuck. Sorry, lids. Window capture. Let's add another one. Let's add another window capture. Oh, gosh. Do apologize, everyone. It's just... Where is this fucking thing? Okay, cool. Window capture 2, and now let's go to draft. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Alright, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have hopped into Champ Select Show. We're going to really see some of these prior bans here. We still got the Kaylin Talia and the Ari being banned away by LDL, and WP are going to be the ones banning away the Rakan, Norlis, and the Jinx. So that is going to be where the priority lies, very much in that bot lane, as LDL are going to pick up that Lilia first pick. We are going to see a very, very strong jungler locked in there with Orianna playing in the mid lane. So really, really good team fight champion there. Really, really solid pick. They're gonna have to utilize the ball carrier here. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a melee jungler, possibly melee mid. I mean, melee top lane at least, to utilize the Orianna a bit better, with Illusion already being locked in. So that is the intent of Illusion, with a Nami possibly, or even the likes of Emilio. I know the Emilio has been quite strong, as now we are going to see the Ashe, which is going to be locked and loaded in the bot lane. I don't know if we're going to have a carrier situation here. I do not think we're going to be seeing any of that Ashe support angle. I do think that is very much Ashe in the bot lane. And LDL are going to be going, well, it seems like we're going to have a bit of a delay on this pick here. It could possibly be the support pickup to go with that Ashe. No reason why not to. Or even possibly the jungle pick. Jungle's already been picked up there. So we'll be picking up the Braum. Ashe Braum, very, very strong, time-tested bot lane. As well as now the Nami and the Lucian. Time-tested, very old, and very, very strong still, despite plenty of nerfs by Riot Games. As now that is going to be going back. And we are going to go into our next set of bans here, with bot lane and mid lane picked up for Happy, and then LDL with that jungle bot lane. Like's going to be targeting, LDL going to be likely targeting that top side and the jungle, where Happy will be looking to target more of that top side and the mid lane as well. So now I'm just going to need to, what I'm going to quickly going to do is I'm going to change the title to best of 5. So it's going to be 5 games. We love to see the best of 5s. Ooh, I've missed the best of 5s. So now this is going to be the Nico ban. So Nico will be taken away in the mid lane, as well as the Shen and the Volibear. Very top lane orientated. They do not want a bad top lane. They want to make sure the top lane has plenty of strength up there. And Volibear is very oppressive, at least. Championship theme. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is let's do this. There we go. With now then that Syndra being locked in. Well, hovering on the Syndra. Could be possibly seeing a really good Syndra pick here, as that is then going to be the lock-in on the Syndra. It's going to be Syndra Orianna, 2 control mages. And so far, it looks like they're going to utilize that burst coming up from the bottom side with the Nami and the Lucian. As then that is also going to be a very optimal ball carrier there with the Braum, and now the Renekton being hovered up in that top side. Gonna be also really good at getting the Braum stuns, as now that is going to be an instant lock there for the Crocodile. And that is going to... Lilia could be flex top side, but very unlikely that Lilia will be going top. Could very much just be that jungle Lilia. Very strong with the Blackfire Torch and the Leandri's combo with Conqueror. Very, very hard to deal with her if she gets ahead there. As now we are going to be entering that last pick, which is going to be the Gragas. Gragas hover there, another melee ball carrier. So that is going to be the Gragas in the jungle. Renekton top lane, Orianna mid with the Gragas, with the Ashe and the Braum down in that bot side. With now these last few picks going to be coming in hot here with the Poppy. Poppy going to be really, really solid pick here into the Gragas and the Renekton. Going to be a very good counter pick here from LDL. As this is going to be the hover. We're likely going to be an instant lock in here, as that is going to be final drafts for both sides here. With the signature Ahri ban as well. I don't know if that Ahri ban wasn't entirely too happy, or because they're all a part of the whole hashtag ban Ahri movement. Because, you know, very much do agree with the ban Ahri movement now. As now we are going to be looking at going into our lobby champ select here. Alright, let's cook some of that up. So we are definitely going to be seeing a lot of priority down in that bot side, especially with that Nami and that Lucian. Very, very strong early game and very, very aggressive at that first part. But again, Braum and Ashe can also have just as strong, especially if they catch you off guard. The Nami does not have much place to go if it does get hit by the Glacial Fissure into the Ashe triple auto. Wouldn't be surprised even a Hail of Blades is going to be picked up for the Ashe here. As I need to figure out where on earth I put my water. Alright, I'm just going to grab my water. Please excuse the fact that I am like having to lean over my bed to get my water. But I do like the Poppy pick. I like the Poppy into the Renekton. And be very much just a late counter later in the game. Renekton will win that lane earlier on. He does have that early game aggression. But Poppy will be a very good, just a little bit of safety to the bot lane. Especially to prevent any of those dives on from the Renekton or the Gragas here. And also denying the ball carrier. Orianna going to be looking to set up those massive shockwaves. And with the Gragas Renekton can be very useful there. And the Ashe Arrow, can't forget the Ashe Arrow, going to be very good pick potential here. Catching out any of those hyper carries can be extremely useful. And especially the likes of the Lucian or the Syndra here, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to be looking at a could see a possible invade here with Lucian and the Nami. Very, very strong at the moment. But Ashe and Braum also looking for an invade. So we could see anything, hypothetically speaking. But LDL, I'm digging their draft. I'm really digging the amount of damage they have. They have a lot of magic damage, that's for sure. They really are lacking in that little bit in that physical damage department there with Lucian and maybe a little bit from the Poppy. So magic resist is a must for the for WP, as that is going to be the choice of itemization from them there. While a lot of AP, but fairly mixed as well, with the Braum not really doing a specific damage type, but Ashe and Renekton will be the physical damage carries here, and Gragas and Orianna making sure to do that magic damage. But a lot of AP for LDL, but curious to see where they take this draft, ladies and gentlemen. But that takes us to, we are going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, yeah, I don't know, my be right back screen is kind of like all over the place. So I'm just going to see if that works. Yeah. Alright. Just if there are any sound issues and there are any like other things that are bothering chat and everything, please let me know, because then I will do my best to fix it. Because it's a bit rough like at the moment with the whole streaming setup with the one monitor, so I'm gonna have to use my phone to see Twitch chat while we are in game. because I can't see it otherwise. My second monitor died out as well. I can't really use it. So I'm gonna use Twitch on my phone to see chat. All right, let's head there. But it seems that the LEC is happening tonight as well. So we are going to hope for the best with them there. So draft has started. All right, awesome sauce. Okay, cool. I mean, we're basically a minute in, so I'm just setting this up at least for the next next stream, or the next match, because I don't want it to be. I'm gonna probably run out of oxygen and the ability to speak at some point, so I do apologize for that in advance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, about a minute till we go in. Oh gosh, almost breaking glasses here. I can't go around breaking glasses now, can I? Probably not advised. At least from my opinion. But we should be all ready to go, ready to rumble in the jungle here. Alrighty. We're missing Oliver. Where's our man Oliver, bro? We missing him. Oliver, bro. Come on, man. Yes, so we are going to 24 seconds. We're going to be heading into game here. I really hope the overlay works. If it doesn't work, I do apologize in advance, chat, but I'll do everything in my power to fix it, at least for future streams. Good luck, have fun, enjoy the show as my ADC makes some highlight reels. You got this, Silver Fang. Oof. Silver Fang, you've got some big supporters here. There's a lot resting on you. Sapphire's out here supporting here. So hope you see something good, but we wish them both teams the best of luck here. I just need to make sure I go to the right screen. There we go. As I think that is the correct layout. So yes, it is. You must just tell me if you can see screen. Like you see the. That's our ADC. It's our ADC. Yeah. All right. So now it seems there is a pause happening right now. Okay, so there was a slight pause, but it shouldn't be too long. Okay, everyone can see, chat. Thank goodness everyone can see. But why is it so zoomed in? My word. I feel like I'm watching League of Legends on like my phone. All right, there we go. All right, nice. We are going to be in now. Let's go. Let's move chat over there. We got no chat, objective timers, scoreboard, time controls. Control shift Z, and out we go. And we are in the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is game 1, best of 5, Division 2 semifinals between WP and LDL here. We got a non-Elise main sitting on the Gragas, and I still wonder if he is an Elise main. With Renekton really showing. Oh, we got the legendary Nami skin coming out here, the covered Nami. We have also got the legendary High Noon. We've got the Braum on the default, playing at Faker style. We've got the High Noon Ash Blue Chroma out here. We have got the High Noon Lucian. There's a lot of High Noons happening here. We've got Syndra playing on the base skin here. Lilia with the Shanghai Scrolls. Lollipoppy and the brand new, well, not brand new, but most recent Renekton skin, the World's 2023 skin there. There's not going to actually be any invades for either team here, and it just seems like it's going to be a general 5-5 block. Not going to be seeing too much there. As we look at some of the summoners and some of the runes that have been picked up across the board, we are going to be seeing Silverfang is rocking the barrier with the press the attack fast. Press the attack has been the rune of choice for ADCs, as the lethal tempo has since been removed, and Conqueror also not too useful, but press the attack and fleet footwork are generally the options down that bot side. Let's see if he'll dive or get dived. He's boot camping Div 2 finals. Haha, higher quality games than Korea's solo queue, of course. Dude, the Aegis League is the highest of quality, bro. You can't beat Aegis League quality to the Korean solo queue. Korean solo queue is for wusses, bro. This is where the real League of Legends happens. But Tiga running that Star Guardian Orianna, I can't lie, it's the first time I am seeing the skin. As we see some sword trades happening in that top side, but it looks like the Renekton is going to take these early trades and will be able to come out on top with that extra bit of healing from the Empower Q, as well as the Conqueror. We'll be able to go for his extended trades, where Poppy really only wants to go for the short ones with that Grasp of the Undying. And now Silverfang does pick up the level 2 here over Gold Killer and Sukawai. They're not going to be able to do too much there. As exchanging autos, both mid laners are running airy. As now we did get a small pause, but then now was an unfortunate. Now Renekton goes for an early trade now onto Mishu. Mishu have to be really careful here. Renekton can go for a kill, does not have Ignite, but Tiga can keep poking out in that mid side, and Gold Killer really just wants to pick up some farm here, but Braum and Ash have built that very, very big wave and really forcing Lucian and Nami onto the back foot here. That's a lot of minions, all I'm saying, bro. It's a lot of minions. As we see a small little delay with the pausing and whatnot, but we should all be good. I just hope you can see everything, chat, just like everything's all good, all good. Glad to see it's not screwed over. This also is the patch for the art, like the Faker updates. That's what I think I at least thought of it. It was just a Faker update. Everything about the map is just Faker. I mean, you see Ari in the top corner, in the top lane. Looks really good. Almost leaked scrim info. I'll shut up, haha. Man's out here leaking his team, bro. Man's leaking his team's top secret information. The tech. You can't leak the tech, dude. We have seen Gold Killer on this Lucian before. It is something he has got a bit of power and a bit of prowess on. So, likely going to see that going later. But now the Ashe did go for a very early reset. A cheater recall, if you will, to pick up that first longsword. Now Lucian will pick up some crits on the first reset there, with a little bit more CS and a little bit more gold in his back pocket there. And the top lane does look like it's going more in the favor of the Poppy and CS. But Renekton did get that recall, did not even need the TP. As now Lilia is going to encounter the Gragas. The fat man is not giving in here, but that's a lot of damage, Gragas. Gragas need to get out of there. As Trankos does an excellent amount of damage over to Elise. And now Gragas has to possibly look for a reset here, so not going to be able to go do anything further. Skill grab's gone on that bot side, so the Lilia is also just stuck in that bottom lane. But nothing too interesting just yet. With the TV from Orianna, who did just pick up that cooldown reduction and tier. Really going to just look to like stack it up in this lane along with the Syndra, both running that Archangel possibly. With 5 people running biscuits in this game. That's a lot of biscuits. I wish I had that many biscuits. As Sukuai could look for a bubble here, but doesn't seem to be his main priority now. And Syndra going for some really, really good trades here onto Tiga. And was able just to get a bit more push. And now gets priority for that bot side as he wants to place a ward by the dragon. In case LDL wants to pull a sneaky on him. But Renekton tried to go for an early trade. Stalk Prey was not able to get nearly as much damage off, but rather instead just took a lot of damage from tower. As we see, WP are going to be picking up this dragon, not going to be contested. Namanush are stuck with a wave by their tower. Syndra was looking, they do know that it is being taken, they're not going to contest it. That is first Drake going over to WP here. I really hope I'm not in. Oh, Renekton drops the ulti. That's at level 6 Poppy, is at level 5. Renekton does drop the ulti, but does get immediately stopped by the dash. Excellent use of the steadfast presence there from Mishu. As now the Lilia is in the top side, is going to try and see get some slow damage onto the Renekton, but will have to flash. And that is going to be very good for Mishu. That is a flashless Renekton. And using steadfast presence absolutely superbly despite having that level difference there. And really nice trade coming out here from the Lucian. We see a lot of fighting going on. Renekton being sent back. Lilia not level 6 yet, but can do a bit of damage over to Tiga. Gragas waiting over the wall. Renekton did make his way back as they really want to scuttle priority here. As Lilia does have the smite, but so does the Gragas. Who is going to get it? This is going to be the fight. Who's going to get the scuttle? And looks like it's just going to be handed over. I think it's to the Gragas here. Yep, the Gragas was able to pick it up. Mishu and Trankos are running for their lives here. Next is level 6. Mishu level 6 as well. But they do not have those ultis available. Is that it's just going to be a walk out there. Trankos having to burn the flash. Did not get the Scuttle Crab. And despite that, the Gragas is still a level behind here. Can you maybe get your cursor on the side of the screen, please? Alright, yes, sorry, my bad. I know I can edit it so I can remove the cursor. No, so there we go. Capture cursor is gone. There we go. So now you shouldn't see my cursor. Can you see it? Is the cursor there, or do you not see it? Is I moving it?
Hope it's not dented.
Okay, lit. That is amazing. Okay, awesome sauce. Caster curse gone. GG. Caster cursor gone. Gone. But so far, no kills. A lot of just general aggressive plays here. First objective going over to WP here, where LDL have been really trying to get some more priority in that bot lane. Are not suffering nearly as hard in the CS department. Lucian sitting at a comfortable 50 to 52. No plates have been picked up on either side of the map, so the gold is still only about 100 difference, and that is likely just a little bit of the bits and bobs of CS there, but not going to be too much, as the Lucian has picked up a lot of farm now. As Poppy going over the trade for Renekton, but not going the Renekton's way, as Stalk Prey is taking a lot of damage from this Poppy. And has to be very careful how they play the rest of this lane now, as Poppy is going to be trying to hold the wave. Wants to keep it as close to the tower as possible. Try and force a TP from Stalk Prey, as he's going to lose more experience. As now T gets a bit of danger. Trankos is here, does have that level 6, will get the drowsy. No cleanse, no flash. And that look going to be a flash there coming out from the Orianna. Can't get the shockwave off in time, as that is going to be first blood going over to Trankos with an excellent use of the sleep. Syndra did have to use the flash. Was unlikely going to be able to use it before getting bursted, but survived a little bit longer, as now the bot lane has turned a bit, was forcing the flash on the Lucian, and the flash on the Nami and the cleanse on the Lucian, with exhaust coming out from the Braum as well. So bot lane's just trading out some here. Silver Fang falling a little bit behind in farm at the moment, but the wave is stacked, so we'll be able to just pick up that farm and kind of even it out. As Mishu once again is getting all these short grasp trades here with the use of the hammer. She's gonna do the little devastating charge and big damage over to the Renekton. As this Poppy is really giving the Crocodile a run for his money. She is running plated steel caps and a tier. And is losing to a Renekton who has... And the Renekton has a pickaxe as well as Caulfield. Still struggling. Marsh Renekton Poppy matchup expected to go. Poppy has an edge, right? At least from what I know, the Poppy will, the longer the lane goes, the Poppy will be quite strong, will be harder to kill. But now we see another fight engaged onto Tiga. Still does not have the flash. It'll take a lot of damage. Shockwave is going to connect this time, but Trankos says it's his kill. As that is 2 kills for Lilia, but now Renekton is here. There's no flash on this Lilia. Renekton is going to go for the dish dash. And he's going to try and get the knockwave, but Gragas could not get the knock in time. Trankos takes so much damage, and Braum will pick up the kill onto Trankos. Massive team-wide effort there. Support and top lane coming in to secure the kill on the Lilia. As the casket does not connect, does not knock the Lilia back, almost letting her slip away. Yeah. Like, yeah, the whole dash stopping is with the whole steadfast was very much the counter pick here for the Renekton and the Gragas. Making it really, really hard to kind of gank the Poppy. And the Poppy can kind of just walk out of situations that she would normally, that other laners wouldn't necessarily be able to walk out of in terms of Renekton. But it looks like LDL are going to still lose this dragon here. So that is 2 Drakes over to WP now, as the 2 supports going to encounter one another. Not much to go there. Poppy has lethal a few times, has had lethal a few times already. Exactly, yeah. I even saw, like, this Poppy is a bit of a menace. Renekton has dropped the Dominus. Is going to get slept there. Poppy is taking very little damage from the Renekton, but is going to be playing it super safe here. Does have the shield, but Braum, it looks like it's going to be a bot lane rotate up to the top side. My turn. Double flash. Misha and Trankos having to burn the flash now. Braum is chasing the Lilia. Poppy has nowhere to go but tidal waves. This is the whole party. As Stork Prey takes down Mishu, but there's going to be Mia Trade with We Play. He's going to take them down to Syndra. Does still have the unleashed power. Not going to be able to use it. As Bradman is going to walk under tower, trying to take a lot of damage. He's going to get flash belly slammed into the Ash Arrow. And the casket connects this time with a double kill to Elise main. And that is a massive turn here for WP. As the supports roam. Everyone roaming. 4 members top lane. And it's coming out in WP's favor. Excellent rotations there. Greg is able to pick up 2 juicy kills. Lily has now been shut down twice. Poppy forced to get that early reset. Had not been able to get that Bombing Cinder early on. So did not necessarily have much damage or sustain in that fight. Didn't have the health either. The positioning on Silver. Absolute insane positioning there coming out from Silver Fang. Keeping his distance. Not standing too close to the Poppy or standing too close to that Lilia. Keeping that spacing well. As Elise absolutely popped off there with the Gragas. Now Renekton does have the Eclipse, so we'll be able to do just a little bit more damage to the Poppy. But shouldn't be like that for too long. As I'm walking, what does he say? He's like, I'll drink you under the table. That's for Gragas. I will drink you under the table. Up, Renekton tries to go for the trade there, but not going to connect. As now Bradman is going to just be using their general round tankiness to just be that front line the team needs, especially in this early game. Does not really have a super front line, at least with the Renekton. Going to be more of a fighter bruiser, with then also the Gragas going full AP. As Renekton tries to go for the dash, but does not connect there. As Poppy, really solid trades there. Trankos clearing the vision. And is just going to try and get some more control for the Lucian and the Nami bot side. With the dragon not spawning for another minute. That's a pretty good impression. I'll drink you under the table. It's just like, I'm just sounding like Billy Butcher. That's all I sound like. Is I sound like Billy Butcher if he had a little bit too much to drink after fighting Homelander. But now we see that is going to be the red buff is going to be stolen away. As Trankos is going to think something's going on here. But Lily is going to land the sleep. But there's going to be a massive shockwave with the Fat Man. And that is Elise getting another kill there. Killing spree for the Fat Man. As now Gragas is going to be very dominant up in this top side. He's going to look to try and assist this Renekton. But Renekton can't really go for the dash until after the set-up press is done. But Poppy is just going to go for the simple knockback. Not going to really go for any fights here. As now we are going to see another objective being started by WP here. Is going to be the Rift Herald startup. Control wards are across the board here. Scale of the Week is available. Could look for that. Tidal Wave going to be dropped. But Braum will just suck it all up there. As now we're going to see Gold Killer going in for a bit of just an ulti trade there. Dropping the culling just to keep Silver Fang on his toes in that bot side. As that is a very dominant gold lead here for the Lucian. Does have that plate, does have the serrated dirk and the pickaxe. So going to be definitely doing plenty of damage now. As Bradman did roam up. 280. It seems like it's just the 280 in the top lane here. And now Trankos is making their way into the top side. Did get a little bit of damage onto their next. And I'm going to get the stun on the wall. Good stun there. Does have the steadfast presence. Can't look for the stun away. Lilia just not able to get the damage. Can't get the very edge of the roundy bounce. And will not get that true damage off. As Renekton will walk away. Does have that empowered recall. So he's just going to walk out of there alive. Now Braum finally returns back to the bot side. Just help the Ash. Shove the waves in. His plates are down. No one really was able to get too many plates here. In fact, neither team got any plates from what I'm aware. There were some grubbies picked up. That Ash is playing weak side versus Lane Lucian. This is all well and good. Yeah, and that does, like, especially the Braum can be very good into that matchup. The Ash can just kite it back, play it very slowly. Doesn't necessarily need to be aggressive. Oh, flash from the Gragas. Casket not going to do enough there. This Gold Killer going to take a bit of damage. And is going to be out of there. But that's going to be the flash from the Gragas. Trying to get the flash belly slam. But now we're going to see multiple members in that top side. This is a 5 versus 4. The Ashe is on the backside. Orianna is still walking in there. They are going to be contesting this Drake. As Gragas does not have ult, he doesn't have the Lich Bane, but Leandris is picked up for this Lilia. So they are going to try and do it, but it's going to be resetting. As Riftail is going to be dropped mid here by the Gragas. They are going to get the charge in that mid lane. Ashe Arrow is going to drop. It's going to connect onto Mishu, and Mishu is so dank, going to get the ulti away, but massive shockwave once again. Braum locks them down. Lucian with the call, he picks up 2, turns the fight around. Mishu desperately fighting for their life. Lucian picks up another, but Syndra will secure the kill. As a 3 versus 2, Ashe is in a bit of trouble, but the shield and the barrier. But Ashe is going to be taken down. They lose a tower, but LDL take the fight, and they end up getting 4 kills. As the Braum just respawned now. Excellent positioning coming out there from We Play Games. I'm going to have to slow down. My voice is actually peaking. But absolutely superb gameplay there. Was all a turnaround. Did end up going a bit more even. No Drake was taken. It just ended up being just a general fight there. It's now Bradman and Sukuai are going to be fighting for vision, but now the Orianna's there. It's just going to be a general walk away again. As we are going to be seeing another possible play here. As it's on the retreat. The Ashe and the Braum can play this very defensively. Don't need to be too aggressive. The Crystal Arrow is not up, so they can't really look for any picks here. Casket is available too. As Gragas is just looking for an angle, trying to find their way. And Orianna sitting in the back line does have the shockwave once again. Couldn't look for the Braum as the ball carrier here, as Drake is taken quite low. Ashe is going to come out there. Gragas will steal the dragon. Prenecton goes into Dominus, and that is going to be Poppy taken up, and massive scatter the weak there. Lucian sitting in the backline gets exhausted. Low health bar for WP there, but now it's going to be turned around. Ashe is on the pursuit. The Lucian is desperately trying to stay alive, but the tidal wave not going to connect there, as Gragas going to go for that belly slam into the slam dunk. Dragon picked up by WP. And at the moment now, it's not looking good for Dragons, and it's not looking good for team fights for LDL. Gragas ult missing, and Ori Ashe are weaker than Syndra Lucian at the moment. I mean, I do have to say, especially the ulti that they have got a very big impact on overall team fight. It's the Gragas. Unfortunately, if the Gragas plays it right, can really dismember the team, but there can also be a room for miscommunication, especially with the likes of the Braum ulti, which aligns them all together, and the Gragas ulti can either be looked to bring them together or to accidentally split them apart. But Syndra is still looking quite strong, so she is still going to be... Ooh, I have cookie in here. Oh, that's cool. As now Mishu has rotated back to the top side. Renekton not been doing as well as they would like. Has had a lot of impact in these big fights here, but now Trancos is top side again. Does stop the dash. The sleep is going to connect now. They do get the stun. That is a lot of TC onto Renekton. Not going to be able to make it out alive on this one, as the shield from Eclipse barely saves him, but that is going to be a dead Lilia. As Fat Man is out here for blood and picks up another kill. As Elise absolutely chatting it on this Gragas. As now could look for the belly slam, but the Steadfast presence will likely be up by now. As we just look to try and push the wave with the Baron up. There's a lot of potential to push forward and really get control of that Baron, which is heavily warded by LDL, but it seems now WP are going to really try and assert some of that little bit of dominance that they have, as Braum does use a little bit of movement speed from the Slay to get his teammate out there. As Gragas tries to go for the belly slam, does not connect. A lot of damage on Sukuai, actually gets completely one shot there. He's going to get slowed down and will be picked up by the Gragas here. As that is going to be a very easy shutdown for Mr. Graggy Man, who is absolutely on a rampage so far. Now Mishu going to be sitting up all alone in this top lane, does not really have any MR, and there's going to be a lot of magic damage coming from the Gragas. As the Glacial Fissure comes out, excellent juggling of the tower aggro. Silverfang positioning that absolutely perfectly. Braum dropping the Glacial Fissure, walking out of there. Very, very well played from WP here. Looking very dominant in this first game, as Lilia does land the Swirling Seed onto the Orianna.
But that's a lot of damage coming out from just the orb dissonance. Now Renekton's going to be pathing down more to the bot side. Not really going to be looking to too much down there. Going to kind of just be chilling, mind their own business, seeing how it goes. As Gragas going to look for a reset here. Wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting on a hefty sum of about 3,000 gold. He's been kind of, he's quite rich, to say the least. He's going to come back with a full Shadow Flame. My gosh, that Gragas is going to hurt. If there's no magic resist picked up by that Poppy, this Gragas is just going to steamroll everyone. And once again, they can just stack up magic resist. There is so much magic damage on LDL that all they really need is some Merc Treads, or even just possibly a Banshee's Veil. And that is going to be the end of that. But they are going to prioritize a bit of armor. Solution is still going to hurt quite a bit regardless. As we game is going to be looking to clear some vision, while Elise is going to just push around in the jungle here. Really want to try and see if they can look for an engage here. I'm going to spot Poppy and Lilia. Going to get a bit of damage onto them there with the barrel. As now Gragas is being supported by their team there. Oh, going to get the flash belly slam into the arrow. It's still going to connect onto the Lilia. But the ulti is going to come out from Poppy. Is eventually just going to get cancelled. That's no flash for the Gragas, but that is also no flash for the Lilia either. Jungle flash, and undoubtedly far more worth for the Gragas, who does have the belly slam. So can just use that to get out of any sticky situations. As now we are going to be seeing this next dragon is the final dragon. As Orianna is in the top side, does have the teleport, while Renekton is in the bot side there. We're going to see it's going to be a bit of a duel coming forward here. Dragon is going to be started. And it's likely to be picked up super easily here. As Dragon's will knock it up. That is Infernal Soul. And that is a Lilia is gone. Renekton's going on the Lucian and gets stunned. But that is going to be a shockwave, bringing them right back into the Renekton's loving and caring arms. As now we're going to see Mishu getting fought up by the Gragas. Orianna and Ashe on the chase. And will take down an army. But now this is where all the action's at. A double kill for the Gragas. 8-1 and 4, and that is 5-1 and 7 for the Ashe, as this is all eyes on Baron. As an excellently timed shockwave brings the Lucian right back into Renekton, who does get the stun and lock them down. As we could possibly see just a very simple Baron into a possible top lane push. All lanes have been pushed in. Very well played here from WP. They have utilized all the side lanes, and they have played it almost to perfection here. As Nami does walk in, does spot some of the peeps, but not going to be causing too much of a fuss in that perspective. As now we see some items, more big items being completed, as now the Knight's Vow has been picked up by the Braum. Is going to attach to the Ashe Slayer, who is sitting on the Phantom Knights, and the Kraken Slayer. Very, very strong right now. Lucian is still on the Kraken, is still on the Collector and the Infinity Edge, still going to do a bit of damage right now. Their biggest problem is not the Ashe, it is this Gragas, who does have almost over Zonya's, is just about short of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he has it in base now. As now Braum tries to go for the lockdown. He's going to get some damage down onto Trankos. But that is Nami is bye-bye. And the cast can knock them all away. Glacial Fissure going to separate them. Syndra is going to knock away the Gragas. But Braum cannot get the slow onto the Lilia. Massive shockwave. Solo shockwave on Trankos as he falls. And WP are looking exceptionally good at the moment. They have closed out all the lanes. All lanes open. Poppy does have the ulti. Gonna get out of vision. They will send the Ori away, but not too much of a problem there. As now we see Scatterweak does connect there. Lucian is going to dash forward. Ziga is going to be there, but that is going to be a big shield from the Locket there. Stunned up, locked up. Mishu running for their lives, but Ashe will continue this absolute dominance. Is going to go for the kiting there. Is going to flash that. It's going to be the Ashe Ura connect on the Lucian. Lucian will have to dash away. And now Sugaway is going to be slowed down, taken down. And that is Tiga securing the kill. As that now is going to be a very easy inhib take there in that top side. Next I'm pushing the bot wave. Oh, really good casket from the Gragas. That is going to get caught in this sleep. No Zonya's, no ulti, but is going to be protected by the Braum. There's going to be a big ulti coming out again from the Orianna as Lucian takes down the Gragas. But then Tiga will trade on the Syndra. And this is just going to be possibly just a reset angle for WP here. I'm not going to be looking for anything further. Oh, as Lucian flashes forward onto Silverfang, will pick up the kill. Little catch, little pickup freebie there. Bit of a freebie for Mr. Lucian. As the game will just continue on in WP's favor. Have got a whopping 11,000 gold lead right now, all sitting on these carries here on the Gragas and on the Ashe and on the Orianna. The Renekton unfortunately suffered a bit in lane, but it was for the betterment of his team. Lydia does have that Riftmaker, does have the Leandries, will have a bit more sustain and survivability in these upcoming fights, but needs to be very careful of this Gragas. Still, no magic resist really picked up to deal with these two high magic damage dealers here. We have a possible Zhonya's for the Syndra, but nothing more there. As now Braum is walking on to Kawaii here, gold killers here too, but now TP is coming out, Orianna is going to TP. Ashe Arrow is coming flying in, but not going to connect there, and Tidal Wave is going to be used. Lucian is in a bit of a tough spot there. Gonna try go for the in. Is gonna be able to get out of there. Are we gonna see flashes? Braum is gonna go for the leap. It's gonna get knocked up, and Gragas will secure the Lucian. Tried to go for the execute, was not able to do it. As now we see Gragas going for the flash belly slam, not gonna connect there. Lydia is just too fast into the sleep, into the bubble, but will go golden. It's gonna be able to walk out of it there. Plenty shields to go around. Now Mishu is also going to be running for their lives there. Gragas cannot go for the dash there, as that's going to knock Nami and do half her health. And that's just one casket. This Nami gets absolutely blown up by the Gragas here. And the Ashe will pick up a kill with the volley, with the help of the Infernal Soul. Syndra does get a bit of damage with the Gragas, but Gragas will be able to just heat it up with that passive. Passive working very nicely, very juicily. As Elise main gonna walk down, they are gonna go clear out some vision, as the vision is still very much down that bot side for LDL, but not where it needs to be. Silverfang, Brad, and Tiga are just gonna keep roaming about together. They are gonna look for picks. The ball carrier will be there, so Ashe is gonna connect onto Lilia. Lilia is bye-bye into the shockwave. Misha tries to knock them away, but not gonna be enough, as the stun from the Braum passive locks them down. Oh gosh, I just accidentally pressed the button. Oh gosh, I was going to see Renekton's going to be fighting there. But not much more going to be going on there. As Elder is going to be started up. Baron is not up yet, but they are going to take this Elder. It is teleport available for Renekton, but not going to be necessary. Can't go for the reset. All teams looking here just to try and reset, get as much gold in their pockets as possible. Gragas has decided Gragas wants to do more. Gragas wants to go and farm some more. He wants to get some of these last items. He wants to go for that belly slam auto attack one shot. Possibly could just do a belly slam auto onto the Nami, and the Nami would just die. I would not be surprised. The game's very loud, by the way. Okay, I will adjust it accordingly. There we go. Is that fine? It should not be too loud now. There, that should be fine. Now we see Elise main, kind of just chilling up in that top side. Gonna push that wave in, wants to get some more gold. But keeping pressure on these waves, as now they are gonna start up the Baron. And this is going to be relatively free Baron startup right now, as they're gonna shred it quite quickly with the Ashe. Ashe 3.5 items. Not going to go to a problem there. Greg tries to use the baseline over the wall, but cannot do it. Still sitting on 2.2k. Wouldn't be surprised if he just continues with the rest of it. As now, they do spot a Syndra. I want to see this. I want to watch the Gragas. Alright, let's watch the Gragas. Oh, Gragas not going to do anything there. As Orianna is going to go for the TP. Going to TP in right behind, bring in the minions. Gragas is just going to be attacking real fast here. As now, Inhib is going to be up, but not going to be for very long, as that Elder is going to be stacking up. Gragas needs belly slam out of there. Can't look for the engage. But this is barrened up minions in the base. Massive casket there. Knocks Mishu into the towers, but it's going to have to flash away. The Nexus tries to go for the damage, but can't be enough. The Elder is going to be coming in clutch here. As multiple members get extremely low. Gragas goes for the belly slam, picks up one, and then the Ash is absolutely going to shred through another one. Tiga gets the executes, and there's Nami left against 4 members of WP here. Oh gosh, now it's too low. Alright, I will fix it now. As now we see this is going to be Nexus falling and WP taking the first game here in this best of 5. Alright. I have adjusted it, but I'll continue to adjust it with time. That game sound is fine. Alright, lit. Alright, lit. Everybody, we are back as... Alright, so now we are going to just hop back into that. I need to close the client. Alright, there we go. As we are heading back into the game, sorry to like all these messages and everything. As now we are going to be looking at going to the second game. As first game goes to WP here. Gonna hand out those prediction points there. Let's give it a whirl. Oop, as that is a lot of points going over. As now prediction is done and dusted here, ladies and gentlemen. As very, very well played here. First game, first round of this series, and LDL were not able to bring back the kind of strength they got with the Lilia in this early game. But that Gragas, we gotta say a lot about this Gragas. This Gragas really pulled up their socks in that fight. Tiga used her ball carriers. Someone's carrying their balls around. Use the Braum and the Renekton as easy carriers into these fights here. Very, very well executed here. As now we are likely going to be seeing, possibly getting into that second game, but I am going to take a small break just to like refresh my voice and everything. So I will see you all shortly. I'll see you in 5 minutes once everything is all sorted. So see you later, alligator. mic. We are back, everybody, as we are entering into Champ Select here. And we are going to be seeing the RE pickup and the rail pickup. Sorry I took so long. I didn't need to get something to drink. I need to like have a little nibble to eat because I haven't actually had supper yet, if I'm honest with you. But it'll be good. As now LDL are going to be switching sides. So it's going to be the RE pickup in the mid lane with that rel in that jungle, in that top... No, what's my English today? In the support role with Orianna still being priority, still being with all the good stuff are going to rely on the ball carriers, so we are going to see possibly another melee top, melee jungle pickup. As I've realized now, actually, like the music I'm listening to, I forgot to change the audio tracks, so what actually has happened is now I'm gonna get copyrighted. You an LEC watcher? I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't seen it recently, but I did watch it, yeah, some occasionally. I haven't seen the new memes, but I'm always so behind on the memes. And one of my friends, Pastel Ames, she usually tells me everything. And they were known as WK1, they were known as Instinct, they're known as Pastel Ames. And they were always the ones informing me of the memes of the XDDs and all that stuff. But say the lovies to me, my bubby bubs. Is that is going to be Leona that is going to be sitting in the sport role there with the Vi in the jungle. Is going to have a bit more lockdown this time around. With the Xayah is going to be locked in. It's going to be very good to deal with the likes of the Vi and the Leona. So really, really smart pick there from Hyper. As now we are going to be possibly seeing a different approach in the bot lane here for LDL. They are not going to go with that Nami Lucian, so they are just going to stick with something entirely different this time around. So we could be possibly looking at what is interesting. So the Gragas figured the Gragas was going to be gone. Not going to be seeing any of that anytime soon, as that Gragas caused a lot of havoc and is likely going to still keep causing absolute chaos in this next upcoming match, round. Gosh, how do I mess up the English? I don't know. As Ashe will then be banned away by Hyper, so they're not going to hand the Ashe over with the Leona, and it's just going to be left in that backside. As I know what music we can listen to, though. I think we can listen to it. I don't know. Honestly, don't know, but it's okay. We'll get the top these ones. This is fine. Prediction, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. All right, let's do the prediction and let's see now. So who is going to take game 2? There you go. Get your points up and running. As the prediction comes out there with the Ornn is going to pick up in that top side. So a lot of melee engage. Again, really, really good for the Orianna. Really good setup there as well for the ball carriers. As now Varus going to be locked in the bot lane with that Leona. With Gwen up in that top side. And now with a little bit more AD to balance things out. As this is going to bring the team comp to a very solid output here. A lot of damage, a lot of engage, especially with the Vi and the Leona. With the Gwen, really is going to rely on that Ghost and the help of the ulti just to catch them there. As now Maokai going to be picked up, as that is going to be a lot of tanks. As that is Maokai likely going in the jungle. Rel support there with the Xayah. One up in the top side with that Orianna. As it looks like this could be a very, very strong fight here going into this next game. As we are going to be closing that now, and we should be heading into lobby soon. Yep, R from me. R from me. Oh, as Josephina Gaming is here as well, going for the spectating. It's a very spicy draft, I can agree. Very, very spicy indeed, that is for sure. Now, I want to make sure that like my timer works, because it's... All right, there we go. All right, cool. So spicy draft indeed we got coming through here. With that Nautilus being banned away, that was quite a powerful pick that was taken away. But we're going to see something spicy, something interesting, something new. With the Braum also being taken away, so not going to see that Braum Ash angle. And then the Ash actually ends up getting banned second phase. Let's come on, boys. Where are these points going? Come on, we got to spend the points. Got to get your points going. Lock and load. It's like you don't know whose points are going to go where at this point, and it's definitely quite something. Oh, sorry, I get distracted by this music. Music is good. Royalty. With Gwen going up the top side for Mishu. So Mishu now on a bit more of a carry this time around. Is not going to be stuck on the Poppy duty. So now Gwen into the Ornn. It is a Gwen favored matchup. If the Gwen does pick up a lead, does make it a bit harder for the Ornn. But again, the Ornn can just build a lot of tank items, a lot of MR, and really just deal with the Gwen there. But that true damage will also be a problem. As actually a lot of true damage already with the Ahri and the Gwen kind of the magic damage. These tanks are going to have a bit of a hard time with that at least. So should not be too long in that respect there. But Maokai in the jungle. Haven't seen a Maokai jungle in a while. And I don't know how strong it is still anymore. I wish I had kept playing it. But jungle's not my lane anymore. I am now an avid mid lane enjoyer. I have been playing a bit of the LeBlanc. It's meh. It's meh, yeah, like, I don't know much of the jungle meta, but this jungler will do it. Respect that. I respect the commitment. I mean, playing, even if it's not meta, I will play it. I mean, I like still playing Wukong jungle, but I don't even know if Wukong jungle's strong anymore. Like, I wish it was as strong as it was, but like, it doesn't seem to really add much value anymore.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be back in game now. Let us get into it. Right back into the League of Legends. It's just going to take a bit of time to just like kick in. It should kick in any moment now. Why is it not doing it? Okay, hold on. It's just not capturing. Knock altered? I think so. Oh, it's capturing any full screen application. So I gotta put it full screen. Okay, cool. Can you see stuff, chat? Can you see? Is the game on? Yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Sorry. One monitor setup kind of sucks ass. I need to get another second monitor. And let's just hide chat, get rid of chat. Okay, cool, there we go. By chat, I mean in-game chat. Is again, not going to be seeing any invades, just going to be a general 5-man standard block here. As we see some chromas picked up across here, we've got the Heartbreaker Vi, but it's Blonde Vi for Trankos. First strike on the Varus. I am a huge fan of the first strike. I am a first strike enjoyer down to my bone and cell tissue, as that is going to be a very solid choice there. As now we're going to see some Ahri in the mid lane, but it is default Ahri, so no cause for alarm. As now Elise main is going to walk up, is going to try and go for it a little bit, going to grab some vision, as they are going to be able to spot out where this Vi is starting. So the Maokai will be starting in the bot side. As now Sukuai and Gold Killer are going to be able to start with a cheese, are not going to be going for that leash. I can just do a solo start here very comfortably. So can the Maokai. Solo starts just being the all-round, just general thing nowadays in junglers. But I just want to hear the first strike proc. We all love to hear the first strike proc. Is now Ahri can go for some trades there. Gonna get the electrocute. This will go in favor of the Orianna. Does have a little bit more auto attack poke there. As Varus will not be able to get that first strike proc off. Just going to try and see if they can get some damage. As this also implies that the Varus is going for that lethality build this time around. Is Ahri trying to outplay Tiga here. But trade's still going in Orianna's favor. As now Gold Killer does know that they are going to get the level 2 on time. So they will be able to build that extra bit of damage. As now Mishu also running the green chroma for this. For the Snippy Snip, as we know, because there was recently it was the Essence Emporium. So Essence Emporium means chromas galore, and very nice chromas indeed here, at least for the Vi and for the Gwen here. Always game 1 mid pick for LDL. I fought Gore. They ended up picking, yeah, I also forgot. Wait, I forgot. So it was Orianna, but it was, I think it was. Why has my brain also gone mush? Why does it feel like it didn't appear in my head? Something must be going on. Tinfoil hats needed. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it struggled to trade. Like it's just struggled to trade. Can't actually remember. But Ornn gonna go in for a trade into Misha here, and Ornn is going with these short trades, absolutely smacking up the Gwen. As now, we see a possible gang in the bot side. There is a ward. Gold Killer is aware of a flash from the Rel. It's going to pull up a flash out of Gold Killer. And that is just flashes everywhere. Flash support for ADC's flash. Super worth. Now the Rel gets access to that very, very nice Hex flash. And Mishu gonna get taken a little bit of damage there, but Vi is on the top side. Ornn will just walk away. But it's going to be just a trade of health here. As Vi doing solid damage there with that passive and that armor pen there. As now Maokai wants to go bot. Does know that the Varus has no flash. That they could go for something there, but now Gold Killer's going to lose that first strike, unfortunately. As Mishu pushing the wave, going for that reset. It was Syndra. Okay, thank goodness. Like was that just was that just the situation where like Syndra didn't have as much of an impact as we wanted? Because I think Syndra there wasn't much room for Syndra to make much of an impact. She kept getting one shot by the Gragas. She did do quite well KDA wise, was able to farm quite nicely, but just I don't think she was able to have as huge of an impact on the team fights. As now we are going to just see the waves being pushed. Very easy reset for the Zaya and the Rel. And now no flash for the Varus. I remember like a 3-4 man stun near Dragon Pit. Yeah, I also remember that. Like a really good scat of the week. She hit like 2 or 3 really good ones. But they just couldn't, they didn't have enough damage to really like benefit from it. They kind of had to play on the back foot. And they kind of just had to force themselves to play away from that engage. As now Maokai over about it the Vi. Generally not a recommended fight for the Maokai. As Vi is going to be doing a lot of damage there. Charm going wide here, but Rel has walked the way up. Vi is locked up. And that is Orianna with first blood. As Vi, nowhere to go, has no flash. So that is going to just be... Does Dragon start up now once again for WP? Have the priority, have the damage. The Leona and the Varus are stuck at the moment under their tower. Ori is a level behind, so Orianna will just go for quick trades here. But really good charm here. Evening out the trades here. Orianna does have Shockwave. Ori does not have the ult, but now has just peaked at level 6. Gonna go for the engage. Spirit Rush has been used. Ignite, not available. Only has the TP. A lot of damage coming out there onto Tiga, but oh, the flash! Flashes the charm. And Tiga barely makes it out alive as Trankos also getting caught by the Vi once again, who is level 4, does not have the ulti. Cannot really slow down or deal with this Ornn, as now Gwen and Vi want to look at the grubbies. But first Drake, going over to WP, Ori getting very close to a kill on that mid lane. Despite Orianna being ahead. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, I'm just gonna call it Proforan. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm not very good with these things. My English is sometimes not English. As Mishu is going to be going into the W there. Ornn drops the Ornn Horn. That's a lot of damage. And that is the needlework not connecting there. And a flash coming out. Gwen has to burn the Ghost. Rel is making their way in. Is going to try and get the stun. But Mishu walks it out. No problems there. But Ornn really showing us can do that damage. So if it was in chat telling us Ornn do big damage, Sap, it couldn't be any more right. Jeez, like, this champion does way too much damage. What is with tanks and doing such an absurd amount of damage? As now this is going to be the little grubbies picked up here by WP. The bot side did rotate up to take those 3 free grubs. We'll give that Ornn a little bit more push power. And also we'll give that Orianna a little bit more pushing power in that lane as well. As now Ori tries to go for some good trades. Does get a really nice trade on Tiga. And was able to walk it out. Orianna, not as mobile as the Ori. Ori can really use that Spirit Rush to close the gap there, especially with no flash available for Orianna. Spirit Rush is almost up, or Ori is looking for the play here, but cannot get the charm. So he's going to look for it. It is up. We could see it engage here. Is looking for it, waiting for the Orianna to use her W. The wave is still a little bit too large. Vi is there as well, as we're going to see the Spirit Rush coming out, but the charm is going to go wide. Vi does drop that cease and desist, and that is a bye for the Orianna, as that is a kill going over to Trankos once again. As now Vi is going to be spotted hopping over into the blue pit, is going to be caught out there. A lot of CC, a lot of damage from these two tanks. Rel will get the stun. Maokai getting that knockback is going to prevent the dash. Trankos does not have flash. Does not have flash for a while, but will get caught out. And this is just tank bonanza, as tanks take down the Vi with just a balmy cinder and boots. The Vi had a Caulfield's hammer. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Tanks are broken. Tanks are just broken. I do need to shave my face. As now, Mishu also going to be stuck under their tower. Zaya has rotated up to that top side with a nice lane swap here. But Sukawai is gonna be in that top side to just aid Mishu a little bit, while Varus is going to be laning against an Ornn here. As some first strike just gets dropped here. Ornn! Oh, gonna do a lot of damage here, as that's gonna be a bye-bye once again. As Weep is gonna take down the Ahri. No Spirit Rush, did have the flash, and just the sheer amount of crowd control does so much. As Ornn summons the Ornn Horn, gonna knock up onto Gold Killer. Gold Killer will drop the ulti. Trancos is there as well to assist. The Ornn has to be very careful. Varus gonna do a lot of damage with that piercing arrow. Trancos does not have the season desist, will drop that smite. Ornn has no flash, nowhere to go. And Gold Killer will secure that kill. As Ornn overstayed his welcome just a little bit. Will be living up to their name tag. That is true. That is true. But dear my lovey, I love you so much more than with all the cute little emotes. But hello Pro 4. I don't know, I hope I don't mispronounce your name, but the Ornn, it's not Ornn, yes, it's Orno. Orno. As Ornn tries to get that solo kill, very much would have gotten it if the Vi did not show up there, because, you know, tanks are balanced. Incredibly balanced champions. Had you already tried stream viewers, org, real viewers, fireworks? Yeah, now giving out a free package for streamers. No, not interested in that. As now we're gonna see an engage coming out here onto Trancos, taking a lot of damage, gonna drop their cease and desist, and that is gonna be Ahri taken down there, but it's gonna be the flash, and then Trancos gets locked down. The chase continues. Maokai lands the root onto Sukawai. Nowhere to go. No, has got flash, but does get taken down. Spirit Rush has to be used defensively. A lot of damage coming out there. But Rel could look for the stun. Does have the Ahri ball. Shockwave still available. Massive Shockwave. Caught in the flash as Maokai goes for the root. Flash out of the tower. Gold Killer drops the ulti. The Chains of Corruption. Not going to be doing too much there. As this is going to be... We just solve this capture when Elemental Drake is up. Yeah, we hope that they know what they're talking about and they just copy-paste it. As now Gold Killer is going to be in a bit of trouble. Does get stunned out again. Trancos coming at the wall trying to save him there, but Brad's doing so much. Gold Killer going to be dropped out, but the Feather Storm takes down Gold Killer. And that is going to be the Drake taken down. What is going to be happening here? The Ocean Drake secured. As Vi does flash over, a little bit late on the flash, but now stuck in the pit there. Likely to be taken down, does have the dash, but not going to be enough as Zaya secures the kill. And that is going to be 8-3 in favor of WP. Really setting the standard with this Orianna. Has been a massive pick in the first game, was even bigger pick in the second game. We're just like, I'll capture, how many fingers am I holding up? But the Ornn gone for the Feeble Winter as the first item. Gonna be just going for that extra bit of shielding, extra bit of just mana and CC. Gonna be very useful in these upcoming fights. As we see opportunity built by the Varus. Gonna go for that lethality. I don't know how if lethality was the best possible choice here, especially with all these tanks in the mist now. Is that the Nature's God coming out? The Ornn gonna be dropped as well. Mishu's caught in the mist. Mishu's not going to get caught out, but massive Rel ultimate. Mishu's caught out there. Still, Vi is just trying to fight to pick up some of these crabs. But Tiga's going to be taken down by the Gwen. This is going to be a turnaround. As Gold Killer's there, Ahri does use that Spirit Rush, and the tanks are on the run. The true damage from the Gwen is doing so much. And there's going to be a flash from the Rel, but it's going to be taken down there as the Spirit Rush continues. Charm onto the Gragas. Triple kill for the Gwen. As LDL come back and pick up a triple and give it all over to Mishu. As they've put him on this carry. And now Ornn is all alone. Does sidestep it, but massive flash there. But he's not going to flash away on the tower. Juggling this tower aggro. The Leona is taking a lot of damage there. Are going to take down one. But the Ornn will take one with him. AD gap insane. GG. I mean, both ADCs are doing quite a bit of work, to say the least. There's now Gold Killer absolutely smurfing it with this poke here, but not too sure again on the opportunity choice. As up, Tiga is going to be there, going to try and pick up some kills as Ari is in the bot side, picking up some free tower plates and free waves aside. Going to be looking nice, looking good, looking spicy. Especially now that Ari is going to be able to pick up, likely going to be the Malignants. Fun fact, that's my top partner, that's my lane partner. I'm so proud. Man's doing the work, we say. As now the Herald is going to be started up by WP. Gold is still dead even. 2 Drakes in their favor, and now is going to likely be that Rift Herald. Do have 4 Grubbies, and 2 Grubbies went over to LDL, so still have that bit of presence there. As the Orianna will be TPing bot side, is going to catch that wave, is going to match the Ori and the Vi there. When in that top side, the ADC support duos are going to rotate into that mid lane. Safer lanes, easier for ganks. As now Ori is going to get hit by the charm. Massive charm there. But the shield coming out, and the shockwave takes down the Ori. Orianna is still alive. Vi is going to take down to the tower, but Vi will make it out as there's a 1-for-1 trade. But that is going to be Bradman taking down Gold Killer as it's 2-for-1. Orianna managed to take at least 1 member down. As now Stalk Prey is going to get smacked by Mishu. Mishu doing big damage with this Gwen. His Riptail is going to be hit the charge, playing Tokyo Drift for Mr. Maokai. As now we'll get that second charge off. Free charge. Leona's going to go and try and go for that engage. They're going to try and deny it. They're going to drop that Solar Flare, but Leona is taking a lot of damage. Is going to get stunned. And Silver Fang, 3-0-5 on this Xayah is looking absolutely superb right now. Playing it to perfection. 3-0-5-7 ward score. Got that Kraken Slayer. Absolutely exceptional here. The Varus has picked up that first component of the Edge of Night. So he's likely going to continue on this lethality path here. His V-Games is looking for an engage. Going to use that charm, but does not go for the Malignants. Waiting for the Luden's companion. And is going to just rather look for just that charm burst damage rather than those sustained team fights. And Ari is going to be the main source of damage output. Yes, Ari is going to go for the fight here onto Tiga, but it's going to be sidestep. Tiga does have shockwave. But Ari is going to go for the engage. Sidesteps the charm. Big damage, but Tiga does get the help of the shield. Up and the shockwave. Big damage onto WeGame. As now on the back foot. Charm connects. And Ari takes down the Orianna in an absolutely massive turnaround. Really, really well played from WeGame Pro. Excellent charm. And denies the Orianna that lane pressure. Will likely be able to pick up that tower. But will lose that top tower to the Ornn. As the dragon contestation will begin. Immediate flash from the Maokai. Sukuai is going to further deny this. Vi is going to be starting up the dragon with Mishu. Gold Killer walking down. Rel and Azaya also on their way. Ornn is in their base. Ornn is taking down that second tier turret. And is making it really, really hard for LDL to make these decisions. They are going to have to commit. They are going to look like they are going to commit for this dragon here. They are not going to give it up. And that is going to be first Drake going over to LDL. But Ornn is just taking down that top tower. Is not going to be too much of a problem there. Elise Main buying a lot of space. Exactly from Stevo there. As now we see another engage onto the Gold Killer on the run. Slowed by the smite, but will get caught out and will be able to flash out of there. As Maokai wants to, looks like they're going ham for it. They want to go for it. Maokai gets it. And is not going to be able to take it down as a cease and desist secures the kill. Varus takes down the Maokai. Silver Fang carrying this out so well. Vi does not have the ulti as now Stalk Prey is going to get locked down by Mishu with the unstoppable Gwen. As so much time being bought here by this Ornn, but does get taken down. Maokai going a little bit greedy on that play there for the Varus. Does not take them down. As now Silver Fang also really was just holding a bit of his punches there. Charm connects from the RE and is just going to walk away. Azaya holding these waves absolutely superbly. Tiga going to clear out some vision. Knows that there's a control ward there, so is going to just leave it be. Does not want to leave too much up to suspicion. And now Gold Killer could have a little bit more power now, at least with that Edge of Night built. Going to be able to deny some of that hard engage and that CC. But right now, he is not the target. It is this Gwen. This Gwen is going to be causing so many problems in the side lanes. No one can really match the Gwen at this moment. The Ornn can't. Does not have that magic resist. Only really has the Feeble Winter and 4 components of the possible Balmy Cinder item. As Elise main will continue roaming about. And we do see that is going to be a possible another burn item being built. So we see the Faded Ashes has been picked up. But 2 Hollow Radiances have been built. So really utilize the MRs. Tiga's getting hit by that ulti. Massive charm from the Ahri into the Rel ultimate. But Tiga's still alive. Big shockwave from Tiga on death there. Bradman taking so much damage. Xayah is there to clean up. Doing so much damage. That is going to be a 1-for-2 trade there. In favor of LDL. It's Gold Killer. Going to be barely alive. Does get the burn. But it's going to burn to the red for the Maokai. 2-for-2 right now. Xayah still alive, and so is the Maokai. The Gwen is in our pursuit, but the Gwen will be immune here. And big damage from Mishu, but is it going to be enough? Xayah is not going to be able to get the trade. It's 1-for-1. Elise is running away. We'll pick up a kill. As Ahri is going to try and get a trade back. But not enough. That was a 4 versus 5. As the Ornn was just sitting, chilling in that side lane, split pushing, and getting as much of that tower as possible. So now Ornn will just walk away. Sorry, my ears are getting itchy now. Well, Trankos is going to be looking to just really knock down that Orianna. Or the Xayah. Xayah is going to be quite difficult, especially because the Feather Storm will be available very soon. And Orianna just has that big shield from the Archangels. Can just drop a quick shockwave before death there. Ornn is just taking over in the side lane. Yes. Ornn, despite being 1-4, does have a lot of side lane presence. Has opened up a lot of opportunities for his team to really make these plays. Go for these team fights. As Rel wants to look for a fight here. Can't really get onto the Vi. Especially if they have the dash available. But Drake is now up. This is soul points for WP. They can look to just take this and get to 3 Drakes. As now Baron is being hovered here by blue side. Ahri is going to be sent, but they are going to go for Tiga. Tiga's all alone in this side lane. Mishu's going to go for it. Cease and Desist is going to take down the Orianna. Big shockwave. And it's still not enough as Mishu gets taken down there. But now it's going to be a turnaround engage onto Gold Killer. Gold Killer gets taken so low, will be locked down. But now these hot CC tanks are going to CC the CC tank, knock her back. She has nowhere to go. And Xayah will be there. And Ornn takes out this little Leona. As that is, Xayah is the only damage they seem to really need. The Ornn damage is doing so much. Well, Stalk Prey does not even realize how much damage they are doing. The Maokai also really keeping these carries at bay here. Ahri trying to get at least a tower plate, but Rel is like, no thank you, I am going to stop you despite me taking a lot of damage. As Baron picked up for WP here. We could see an engagement that Ahri does get dig with the flash stun into knockup, does deny the Spirit Rush, but she will be able to get at least 2 down, and Bradman will be taken quite low as Vi will have to escape as well, as this dragon will be started up. But despite the strength of this team, Kamiya Vi will catch out the Ornn. The Maokai will draw the Nature's Grasp just to deny any possible engages there. But now are going to look to back off. Do have the Baron, did get the Drake. They don't need to look for another fight. And are just going to go for those resets. And pick up some juicy items. The first Ornn item has been built there by Mr. Ornn himself. So it is now the Feeble Winter, the Masterwork Feeble Winter. They don't have unique names anymore. It's kind of sad they don't have unique names anymore. As we see the strength that the Xayah has. Despite only having 2 real damage dealers, the Xayah is able to do plenty of damage, and the tanks also still have very high base damage. And there's very little the Varus can actually do to these tanks here. And even without the Orianna, they still have plenty of overall just team fight control with the amount of crowd control that's available. I say team fight control and crowd control when they're literally the same thing. That is just amazing. Ornn still sitting in the side lane, very dominant at the moment. Maokai is going to spot out Trankos. Gonna go for a bit of a duel on this blue buff here. Tiga is going to be there to assist. Does just get the blue buff for the boys in blue, boys in red, the boys in blue. Baron buff, Ornn split push OP. I mean, the Ornn doesn't need a back. He can just chill. He can kind of just push. And he is building a Warmogs from what I'm seeing here. Is going for more of that just pure health aspect there. As there really isn't any of that percentage health damage to really deal with the Ornn other than the Varus. Maybe a bit of the Vi, but not too much, at least for that to concerns Mr. Ornn here. Who is going to be sitting a side lane with Stalk Prey here, who's just going to have to catch that wave. Sukwai is going to... Sukwai is going to just try and look for some vision. Going to spot out the Maokai. Bradman also going to be catching out some vision. Both these supports are doing absolutely superb jobs in managing the vision and really just trying to keep each team in the dark here. With 55 for the Leon and 65 for the Rel. But Jungle also looking really good at 32 for the Maokai, 21 for the Vi as well. Very good vision control all around. Even Gwen popping in with that Oracle there. As now we see an engage onto Sukawai here. But again, the Ori has been caught in a single lane. Will drop that shockwave. Going to do plenty of damage. Can they get that last order? They cannot as Trankos takes down Tiga. They lock down that extra bit of damage. All that's left is that Xayah. That Xayah is being guarded by 3 tanks. So you have to choose your engages wisely. So I know that Xayah is bot, so they know the focus will be down here. He's gonna LDR gonna be rotating down there. Maokai is top side, not gonna be too much of a problem. Xayah will get that tower, and looks like Ornn is gonna look to try and upgrade items. I don't know if Ornn is looking to upgrade an item or he's just running mindlessly after the Xayah. Just let the Xayah he wants to upgrade your item, man. He wants to upgrade your items. Why? He's following you, bro. Just wants to upgrade your item. There we go. We got the Kraken Slayer upgrade, which has been picked up. I think it's just called Kraken Slayer. Yeah, they got rid of the unique names, man. We like those unique names, dude. They were so cool. Riot Games. What are Riot Games doing? But now, with this kind of health in the side lane, there's not really much more to contest. There has been some armor penetration and magic pen picked up across the board with Black Cleaver and the Void Staff. But I do believe that the Crypt Bloom might have been a better option, at least in terms of overall team fight sustain and just like as a value as an item. But now Xayah will be sitting with her 2 engaged tanks, kind of just chilling, not really too phased. Ari's going to sit up in that top side, does have that Leandri, so we'll be able to do a bit more damage over to the Ornn, as well as the Maokai, but the Rel even does just way too much in terms of the CC. Dragon coming up, this is Soul. If this is picked up, that will be Soul for WP here, and it will make it 10 times harder to kill these tanks with that Chemtech Soul available. And with the control that they have around these bushes, Elise is going to look to catch Trankos. Trankos gets knocked up. They are going to drop the Nature's Grasp. There's nowhere to go. Ornn is summoned. That is a bye-bye Vi. As multiple ultis are used. Orianna did not use a Shockwave. Shockwave is available now. He's going to go for the reset as all these tanks are just going to use the power of Microwave. Yeah, yes, guys, this is happening. It is the power of Microwave, and they are going to microwave this this dragon with the 3 tanks. You know, just a very casual day. 3 tanks just doing the dragon very comfortably. No health lost. Chemtech Soul picked up. Orianna does have that Luden's Companion now, as well as looking to build the Zonyas with Maokai Thornmail, and then also we're going to be seeing we're going to see the lockets on both supports, but Leona unfortunately fell a little bit behind in that department as Rel was able to pick up some kills and does put a little bit ahead in terms of gold. And speaking of gold, the gold is all sitting once again on their carries on this Maokai, who's going for the engage. The Xayah has got 12,000 gold, looking absolutely superb right now. Orianna having a bit of a hard time, but still has a lot of value with her crowd control, as they are going to catch Mishu. Going to lock him up. Lot of CC with the real ulti and the shockwave, but Vi gets the lockdown onto Silverfang. Silverfang is going to take down Trankos. That underestimated the Zaya's damage. Zaya takes down one. Ornn takes down the next. Featherstorm is going to keep the Zaya alive. We Game Pro is on the run. Is going to have to use that Spirit Rush to get out of there. As Varus merely tickles these 4 tanks. I say 4 because Orianna just didn't die. Orianna was jumped on, she just didn't die. As now Baron's going to be started up. That is no Vi once again. Vi going for the ambitious engage onto the Zaya. But now it looks like LDL are just going to try and fight and get at least some gold on their back pocket. Going to pick up that bounty on the tower. Rel could look for an engagement, but Ahri is going to be very hard to catch. That ulti is going to drop to a very low cooldown, so Ahri will be usually the last one alive in the team fight, unless they get a big catch with that CC, which is one thing they do have a lot of. And it's not arena, folks. You're not going to get bailed out after 6 seconds, so you sure as hell better hope that you're going to dodge that CC. Baron buff Ornn split push OPs. It's just still so OP. Like, you can't kill the Ornn. The Ornn is like, bro, I can just walk away. And he's just gonna walk away every time, man. I mean, we're looking at the GOAT himself. He's literally the GOAT. As we see, no objectives up. Gonna be looking for a team fight. You have Soul, they have Baron. This is very much LDL's games to win here. They have, like, if they were able to mount a comeback, now would be that time. Varus is still quite strong, but now second Masterwork item picked up for the buy there, as now Ornn is going to get caught out. It's going to be forced flash. Season Desist is going to lock up the Zaya, but Zaya will use that Featherstorm. Big damage. Zaya is out of there, but Gwen is in our pursuit. Brandman takes down Tranko, and that is going to be Varus in securing the Rel. 1-4-1. Sukawai is going to be there, but there's going to be Tiga taking down Gold Killer. Tiga is in that back line. Double kill for the Orianna. Double kill for that Zaya. And that is now triple kill for Tiga. As we see TP coming in from Ornn in that bot side. Is going to be able to get that bot wave pushing. And is still confused why he is hanging tower. But this is looking like a Baron power push for the win. I probably worded it wrong. I was like, it's their game to lose. I mean, it's LDL's game to lose. Like, they're so strong right now. I should have worded it a bit better. Fed Gwen was looking good, but right now this is not looking too great for LDL. Gonna try and get at least that side to stop it from happening, but that is game 2 going over to WP as they take us to match point. As that is GG, well played over to both teams here. With LDL, unfortunately, still struggling to really find their way into this team fight here. And they seem to struggle so much. The Varus maybe should have rather aimed for more of the on hit rather than the lethality. But at the end of the day, there's just the sheer amount of tank and CC just made it so incredibly difficult for LDL to do anything with that hard engage. But this is not what I want to listen to. We're gonna. Yes. But now, with what's going on, we're gonna take a small 5-minute break just so I can catch my voice, catch my breath. And I will be seeing you all in around 5-6 minutes when we get into possibly either the last game or the beginning of LDL's comeback. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. Catch you later, alligator. See you then. Right, baby boys and baby girls and everyone in the chat. We are here. We are watching our next game, possibly game three, and could be the game ender for Hyper, as we are going to be seeing we're going to see some interesting picks and bans coming out through here. We're going to see Maokai is still picked up by LDL. They're going to steal it away from Hyper here. Not going to be keeping that in the back pocket. That is going to be very much revealed at the very beginning. Maokai can be support, can be top, can be jungle. Very flexible, but we are likely seeing that in the jungle and just seeing what kind of prowess that this Maokai can have on this game. As that is going to be the Ori that is going to be picked up, as Hyper are going to steal that away. And that is going to be no Ori in the mid lane for LDL, as Rel going to be locked in once again. Very, very strong support in this last game. Had plenty of survivability. Very, very good engage. And overall crowd control makes it very easy for those carries to do plenty of damage. As now, we see just the bans, what they were just the Caitlyn, Talia, and the Braum, so they do respect the Braum, so they do not let the Braum through. The Jinx, and then all that, and the Rakan, same bans. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm the one who beat you. I got the higher score, huh? You'll have to see later, Thank you, my lovely dove. Thank you so, so much. As the Zeri is going to be picked up. We do see the lightning bolt lady. She is going to be picked up. Haven't seen her too much, but would like to think she's still quite strong. Maybe, I don't know. Could be, could not be. But in now 5 seconds, we are going to be going in, as they are going to lock it in. And then there's going to be the Blitzcrank with it as well. Hey, Matt Satter coming in with the raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Mr. Matt, bringing in those 7 peeps along. Hope everyone is enjoying the stream. Hope that the game went well. If anyone could update me further on what happened there, I would very much appreciate that. Did have 20. No, don't stress, brother. Don't stress, brother. Yes, okay. I keep having to do predictions. Okay, this man, at least you're on top of my predictions, because I end up forgetting half the time. All right, so now let's start the predictions now with what's going on. Let's go with that. So now we are on game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Starting the prediction. And there you go. As we are going to that, see, is the Blitzcrank was the pick, but then the ban was Orianna. So Hyper actually don't want to give the Orianna up. They think the Orianna is just too little too strong. Gwen gets banned away from Mishu. Was very dangerous in the last game. Gragas banned away in the jungle. These bans, they have been curated over the last 3 games. And I think LDL have got a very good idea of where their focus must lie in this game here. They ran, dude. They were running for the hills. The hills are alive with the sound of empty Twitch chats. As now there's going to be the Vi also banned away. So LDL do not want to give that Vi over and add that extra bit of engage. You see Ezreal is already a very safe pick in that bot lane. Really can play very aggressively, especially in the early game against the Zeri. Both of them will require at least having to aim. They both have to at least aim their autos. Well, the Zeri at least, but the Ezreal's Q is basically an auto attack. Who cares? As that is going to be the Shen in that top lane. So that's going to be the matchup. They are going to protect the Ezreal and will protect the carries this time around with the Shen there. As now, what is going to be the answer to that? Is the Maokai going to be sent up into that top lane? We're going to see a very aggressive pick from Mishu once again, as Nico is going to be locked in the mid lane. So mid lane Nico, very, very strong, very good team fight. As you can see, the team fight is more of what LDL focusing on here, with the Nature's Grass from the Maokai and the Ulps and the Pop Blossom from the Nico. With the exception of the Blitzcrank, can get those solid grabs, can look for those picks. As now we are going to see that last pick is going to be, oh my gosh, it's the Rise. They're pulling out all the stops here. We have got the Blue Man himself. We have got the Rise picked up here very comfortably, at least what I think. I haven't seen a Rise like in the Aegis League once at all. Is this a common pick? Do we know if it's common? Not too sure, but the Rise is going to be picked up there. So that is Rise top lane into the Shen. There's going to be likely Conqueror Rise up in the top lane, as Nocturne is going to be picked up in the jungle. Oh my gosh, they have got that global, like, disgusting ultimate. The Nocturne goes in, the Shen just goes for that submarine ulti, gets onto that entire backline, and that is just game over. GG there. But while the champ select goes on, I will leave this on, I am going to leave this on the Be Right Back screen. But I really need to go get some water, chat. I'm kind of struggling at the moment. So I will put this on the Be Right Back screen, at least for everyone to see, so you can see what the champ select is going to be. So it's window capture 2. There you go. Because my voice is very sore at the moment. I don't know about you, my man, but my voice is kind of killing me right now. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a small break just to clear my vocal cords so I can, well, breathe, I guess. I know breathing seems kind of for noobs, is it not? I don't know. But I will see you all in about 7 minutes. Catch you all later. See you later, alligator. I'll see you all then. And we are going to be getting into game very shortly now. We are just going to be waiting for the last bit of the loading just to finish up and get into champ selects, but it seems like we are very much in and ready to go. So now, like we're just in, I guess. Just here we go. We're in the game. Just tell me if you can see. Does someone in chat please just point out if you can see the screen, if you can see the League of Legends and whatnot, because I've had problems with it in the past. So could someone just let me know? Okay. Because I really hope it's working. Oh, it's working! I'm so happy. Alright, but now, this is the do or die for LDL. They have to take this game in order to possibly look at a sweep or a game 5 into the series here. But now I'm at least is gonna just drop a bit of damage into there. Gonna spot out the Nico. The Rise is not spotted, but does start with the slow. At least main is just gonna walk away. Not gonna need to use the flash, but might look for a reset. Doesn't necessarily have the time, so we'll likely just go for that solo, just solo Raptors start. Very common for Nocturnes to go for the Raptors start. They can do it quite easily with their passive, so they do get a lot of lifesteal from that anyway to begin with, so it's a very solid choice in that retrospect. So we'll just start that very comfortably. So we have got an Ahri. It is Ahri mid. I thought it was the new. I thought it was like the Prestige Faker ultimate skin, but we've got some cute skins in this game. So we have got the Ashen Shen skin here, Arcana Ahri, and then we got the Snow Winter Nico with the Wizard Rise, Dungeons and Dragons Wizard Rise up in that top side. Gonna just be using his range as to an advantage, as now that is going to be where the Rise will have a bit of control. We'll just be able to keep the Shen on at bay there. Tiga running the Ahri did look for that early trades there with the charm, but did not start W, so can't go for those quick trades. Really just has to walk up and will further take control of this lane, but will tank a tower shot, unfortunately. As you got bees crank in the ball lane. It's the bee. Okay, we gotta look at the bees. It's the bees. Look, he's a bee, man. He's a bee creature in a giant bee suit. How do you not find that adorable? Huh? It is very kawaii, as you would say. But now Tiga and Pro are just gonna be going for trades here. Good route connect from the Nico. Running Comet over the Electrocute, so not going to be able to go for those combos. But Trankos is already looking to possibly come mid. But now Tiga has already backed off. And they think that Tiga has vision there, but Tiga just walked it off. Like, played it very safe. As now Tiga, both level 3, could see some good trades coming out. But Tiga keeps getting hit by these Pop Blossoms. At least what I think that's what the Q's called, the Pop Blossom. Oh, good charm connect there with the Electrocute proc. No ignite for either team, so gonna literally be a battle to the death here. As Blitzcrank can't really look for a grab onto the Nico, because, I mean not the Nico, onto the Rel. The Rel is just going to jump onto the Zeri like it's nobody's business, so Blitzcrank needs to be very careful about his targets, has to try and get that Ezreal, but Ezreal, if play it right, can buffer the E, and then they can just dodge the Q almost entirely. As Trankos looking to come bot. Sukhoi has to look for a grab now. The Maokai is going to... Oh, the Maokai is going to be spotted. But Nocturne is going to try and smack up We Play Pro. But Maokai still has not been spotted. Blitzcrank going in for the grab. Gonna grab the Ezreal. Really good grab. It's-Burrell's going to get the immediate knock-up, giving Silverfang room to breathe. The Maokai will land the root there, but Silverfang's going to be forced to flash. Rel is body blocking. And they can't get the kill. Zeri is alive. Ezreal gets the auto attack. He's in, but will be immediately trading with the Maokai. A Silverfang goes for the E, picks up that kill, but immediately gets traded out 1-for-1. Both summoners burned. Is now Rise picks up level 5. Has got a little bit more mana in there under their belt there, and has not gone for the Conqueror. Has rather gone for the Phase Rush. Shen gonna go for that TP, gonna get some good damage on with that shield there. And with that grasp, and now Rise just gonna trade back with negative mana. So we'll keep this wave nice and stacked. Gonna just have to keep control as much as they can, But Nico is gonna go for the reset there. Both are just gonna likely reset, go for the TP. But Ari wants to really save her TP, so they'll just try and push. Is going to try and push the wave and prevent her use of the TP. But Nico coming in does pick up Mana Crystal and some in the Amp Tome. Not going to be able to pick up too much, as Israel does have the Sheen. As we actually see, First Dragon prioritized by LDL. Going to be handed over to them there. Nico does go wide on the route. But Rise also still struggling for mana at the moment. Does not have the Q, so is going to miss a handful of minions. And Shen will pick up that lead there. As Israel, sitting all alone, can kind of just play it safe. Has got the E, does not have to worry too much about the Blitzcrank. While the Rel and the Nocturne are going to be up in that top side, are going to be doing that little grubby grubbers. And they are going to be picking them up very comfortably, very easily. Maokai does spot them, but not much that can really be done about it. Ari does have the lane pressure now. Blitzcrank also walking up. Not going to go for a hook. Well, actually really wants to. Is going to get hit by the charm. Big damage coming out from Tiga. As those Void Grubs picked up by red side. That is going to be shifting the priority over to WP. Or to Hyper. I'm just going to call them Hyper from now on. Tiga still taking a lot of damage. Almost kind of forcing these. Does have the TP, so does not have the TP, so had to use it to get to lane quicker. As Rel really wants to look for a fight here. Blitzcrank hook will go wide, as both supports are just on the roam, on the mend, looking for these big plays here. But Tiga really not having a good time against this Nico. Really taking a lot of poke. As Maokai is sitting in that top side. Level 6 Nocturne. And level 5 Maokai, so they can look for the Nico here if the charm does connect. Up, but it's going to be immediate flash from Wii Game. Not going to be getting any kills there, but there's no flash for the Nico. Spirit Rush did have to be burned for that, so that is going to be very much unfortunate for the Ari. But worth the cooldown waste. It's still 1-for-1. Gold lead is now still further shifting into the hand of WP. And there's likely that 20 CS gold lead in that top side, as well as that kill on the Ezreal. As the Rise did not opt to go for mana, rather opted just to go for the needlessly large rod, but is going to do a lot of damage over to that Shen. Big damage over to that Shen, who has to walk it out. Does have teleport, so could just going to likely reset, pick up some MR, and it's going to get back to lane, no questions asked. Tiga taking quite low. Nocturne's going to go in for the ulti here. Is going to block the route. The Nico does have ulti, but it's not going to be able to be used in time, as the Maokai is going to come ball lane, going to drop that Nature's Grasp. Israel is going to be taken out by Gold Killer. Drops the ulti. Rel's in quite low, but double kill for Gold Killer in that bot lane. And bringing themselves into the lead in terms of kills, but still unfortunately a little bit behind in gold, as the Nocturne was able to pick up that kill in the mid lane. Has got level 6 Maokai. I was just peeking on that level 6 now, but Nocturne should be here looking at that level 7 now. Going to do a lot of damage. And is going to be looking to go for that Stride Breaker early on, especially with the Conqueror. Rather going for that just overall raw damage rather than anything different. But now Ari has got the last chapter. Was able to make it out of that lane alive. So is now going to be able to trade a little bit easier. As Shen tries to go for the taunt, but Rice, really good combo. The Q, 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 E, Q, E, Q, W, E, Q, E, Q. Coming out in absolute good fashion here. As Nico tries to get some poke over on the Ari, taking out the control ward, but not going to happen. Because we still see heavy priority on getting these mid lanes fed, as Zeri does have the static shiv already. So we'll be able to clear these waves a little bit faster and get that poke onto the Ezreal. As Shen needs to be careful here, taking a lot of damage from the Rise. Cooldown reduction boots also picked up, so the Rise is going to be causing a bit of trouble. Maokai caught out on the control with Blitzcrank to grab, but good buffer from the Ezreal. Really good Q buffer there. Silverfang walks out of that there. Root is dodged. Ari now is going to look to go on the offensive here with the Nico not having anything up. Maokai going to go for a fight here onto Trankos. Not necessarily going to go as planned. Maokai does have the sustain, but the Nocturne is just going to last longer, as now we see Rel is going to be there as well. A lot of damage coming out from the Maokai. Blitzcrank does have grab. Will force a flash from Not Elise. A Shen now forced under the tower, and it seems like LDL want to take this game to next, want to take this to a best of 5. They want to close out the series. And they don't want the series to be closed out so soon. But now Mishu can look just for a reset here. Has got TP. Trankos is going to be able. They are going to prioritize this dragon. And it's dragon priority. Very good priority from LDL. They have changed a bit of their tactics here. But now the grubbies, full 4 grubbies. Well, almost 6 the grubbies are going to be taken by the Nocturne here. Not going to be much contest there. It does smite the one. Last one's available. TP is going to be used on that top side. As the Rise is going to just path their way up there. Going to clear the waves, and Maokai will spot out the Nocturne. So will the Rise. Shen is TPing in. He's going to ulti, and that is going to be a lot of healing. But the Nocturne's going to try and get out, but Nico is not going to let that happen. As that is going to be the Rise. Flash W, Q, E, Q, W, Q. But not going to be enough, as it's going to try and get the Q. But Mishu will pick up the kill and will survive. Whoop, the minion. Oh, and the minion takes down Mishu as a 1-for-1. Shen going for the redemption first item. Really wants to get that healing and sustain down. As now this final grubby will be picked up by LDL. As that is going to be 5 grubs for WP. So that means their lane pressure will be quite strong later in the game. With Shen just going to be building that tank. Just going to be really irritating there as Tiga. Getting some help from Bradman. Just to shove the wave in. Good charm coming in there. Good damage onto Sukawai. As Malignance was picked up by the Ahri. So that is our first item also for the Ahri now. Ezreal looking to build into that Triforce. Zeri has got those boots and the full static shiv available. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow, Loader, Lol, and Sapphire. Thank you so much for the follows. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. And I hope you are having a wonderful evening so far. So thank you so very much. And Darkslayer as well. Thank you again for the follow. As now, Tower Dive is a possibility here for Israel. Zeri does not have mobility at the moment. Does have the Flash as well as Cleanse. So kind of negates the whole dive now that I think about it. Stream is now blessed by my RD. I feel blessed already, my man. Thank you. But now Nocturne wants to go for a possible dive on the bot lane. Again, Cleanse is up for Gold Killer. So it is going to be very hard to at least try and catch them there. As they are going to try and push away. But Nocturne being very patient about this. As we see an engage. Blitzcrank wants to look for the grab here. They are going to go for the... It looks like they are going to go for the engage. The Nocturne is waiting for this. As Maokai is heading bot. Rel goes for the engage. And Nocturne drops in. And that is Blitzcrank trying to tank us out. But the Rel ultimate doing so much. And that is Bradman taking down Sukawai. As Maokai ulti comes out. Bradman taking a lot of damage. We'll CC Trankos. But Zeri is going crazy. As now we are going to see Gold Killer going in for the Israel. Will flash away. Trankos takes that Amnon and Elise main. But Shen is doing a lot of damage. Silverfang barely alive. Ori has made their way bot side. Could do a lot of damage to Gold Killer. Does have that last auto. Will get the reset on the Spirit Rush. Likely going to try and take down the Nico. Shen is dropping that ulti. And that is going to be a Maokai that is going to get the knock away. But Shen does have the taunt. A lot of damage there. Charm is not available. Charm will connect. Oh! And the last auto from Tiga. 2 kills to Tiga. It's the Shen ultimate coming in absolutely clutch there. Keeping the Ori alive. Able to lock down the Maokai. As the Knight's Vow picked up by the Maokai. The redemption also coming in clutch here for the Shen. And does have the TP. So, but we'll not need to TP back to lane. Can't just walk back to lane. The Rise reset and then TP back with the Rod of Ages, all ready to go. And now we see red side are going to prioritize the Rift Herald up in the top lane. They do have the more priority on the top lane, especially with the Shen. But the Rise is there. TP is coming out. They are going to look like they are just going to turn on their TP. Really, Nico with the misuse of the teleport will get locked down by Tiga. Taunt coming out onto Mishu. Ahri does not have the Spirit Rush, or does have it now, but is not going to use it anytime soon. Ezreal making their way top side as well. This is just a 5v5 brawl. As the Nico 4v5, Nico's not there. Redemption coming out from the Shen, keeping their team nice and healthy, nice and juicy. Now Mishu is in that backside, really looking for that engage. Tiga holding the line, but does have the Spirit Rush. Going to get right behind that Nocturne. Maokai goes to engage. Massive Blitzcrank ultimate. Ezreal dropping the ultimate. Maokai picks up the grubbies. Blitzcrank takes down the rope, but Nocturne will turn into Zeri. Zeri is gone. Stalk Prey is running for their lives. Sylfang is locking them down there, but Tiga does not stop for anyone as he keeps on going. Sylfang does have the E, but will not need it, as takes down the Rise. And that is going to be 4-0-3 for this Ahri, who is now absolutely smurfing here with those resets. So Trinity Force spike for the Ezreal, and now this Ahri, who is sitting on a hefty 2,700 gold, is going to be an absolute nightmare for this Zeri to deal with. As Dragon is up, this is going to possibly be first Dragon going over to WP, as they do have a little bit more lane priority. Nico will land the root onto Bradman, so that is going to deny that chase. But this is third Dragon for LDL. They do want to get this. They do want to get this to kind of secure a late game. Really make sure that they have enough time to scale for this Rise to get to that really overpowered 1v9 angle there. But this is going down quite quickly with the Ezreal and the Nocturne. Nico is in the back line. Can look. Blitzcrank does have the grab. Maokai hop over into the pit. The grab does not connect. Red team will pick it up. Ahri is there. Does land the charm. This is a 2-item Ahri. As now there's going to be the big ult coming out. And this Ezreal picks up the snipe with the true shot barrage. And that is going to be bye-bye to the Blitzcrank, with Ahri picking up the double. Horizon Focus grants vision to her team. They spot everyone. And 3 members of LDL are taken down, as Nico and Maokai barely make it out. And had to go and look for a possible push on that bot side. But Ahri does not have anything up. Shen is there. They are going to get the root onto the Shen there. But Nico is all alone. Into the taunt. Big damage going for the Nico. It's going to get the 1-for-1. But Shen will secure the Nico. But that's just 1-for-1 trades going around, as mid lane tower will be taken down to convert for that bot lane tower that they lost. Yes, LDL are slowly, this game is slowly walking away from them. Zeri is looking quite strong, but this Ahri and this Ezreal are absolutely sniping away. As I do definitely need to get more water if we are going to the next game. Oh my gosh, if we go to the next game, my voice is going to be dead. But also Manamune should almost be done for the Ezreal. Looking really, really good so far. And now with Trankos also looking to just try and complete that jungle item. The Nocturne already having done and dusted that, level 11. Looking good, looking comfy. This will be the completing with the green one now. Gonna give that, did give the Knight's Vow over to Gold Killer. Or Blitzcrank is gonna go for more of the I'm gonna run at you at Mach 10. Oh gosh, I need to hydrate. Okay, I've got like 2 sips left. I'm gonna just take these 2 sips. Alright. There we go. Okay. But Rise is looking to go towards that Archangel, so is looking to stack the longer it goes. But now the security of that 3rd Dragon Soul is not gonna give Rise much time, because they will just keep losing dragons to this Ahri, who has the maneuverability, who has this just raw damage, who has all that AoE that can really mess up this engage here. As if the Maokai fails to get a catch there and the Blitzcrank, it is very much relying on the Nico to land the TC. But the Nico, very squishy, does often get taken down quite quickly, as the Shen has opted for the Locket. So this is a very support orientated Shen build to really just play for their team play for the survivability as Israel drops some good damage there. Oh, good Qs. I mean, that's very low cooldown. Jeez, like, is it that low? Yes, it's auto Q. Nocturne drops the ulti. Ari is going for an engage onto the Nico. Will not land it, but Nocturne gonna go in for the Rise here. And looks like Rise is gone and gone. Elise takes that down there, but Nico, unfortunately, not looking good for the Nico. Will get hit by the Charm, and Tiga takes down weak gameplay. And it is now 2 members down. Nico, right, mid and top, both had the teleport. Are going to be taken down. As now we see the enhanced recalls coming out there, with the Rift Herald being finished up. And Trankos is just going to look to try and be that front line that the team needs. Rel will catch out Trankos there, but not going to get much damage. We'll just drop a Q, but Rel will hop out, just avoiding that power, the power grab. But Maka ulti still going to be there as Elise just tanks it with the shield. Very smart choice there. Uses the shield just to kind of save the team, but Ezreal somehow still getting hit by it. Silver Fang, what are you doing, bro? Still getting hit by that? Now, with Trankos' current itemization is going more towards that heavy armor, so we'll struggle still against this Ahri and a little bit against the Shen with that little bit extra magic damage, but Drake is now going to be up in 30 seconds. This is possibly the second Hex Tech going over to Hyper, or it is looking like it's going to be that third soul, that third dragon that they really, really need. But Tiga, top side, has TP, Shen has TP as well. But they are I feel like we're going to get an Avengers level event here. We're just going to get 5 million TPs as Nico has the teleport as well. Heavy priority on this dragon for LDL. As Nocturne is going to go for the fight there. But the route was not blocked. It just blocked the E. So Han needs to be very careful with that. But Tiga does not want to cause any trouble. As now Rel looking for that engage. Now Blitzcrank leading the charge. It does have the Trailblazer. Can use that movement speed to really look for an engage there. Especially with now the Mercs also completed. Ezreal got the 2 items. Fully stacked Man Immune. TP coming out from the Ahri. That is 5 members, but now it's the next TP. The Avengers level event is happening, folks. And Nico's in the pit. Big charm from the Ahri as a massive Blitzcrank ultimate. Rel tries to get engaged, but Rel has to use the lock. It gets taken down. Gold Killer takes down Breadman. But Ahri is going to... Silver Fang will lock down the Nico. Maokai picks up the Drake. Nocturne ult is available. Nocturne is going to be able to try and do some damage, but not going to be enough. As the Nocturne will be taken down. Tiga on the run. So is the Ezreal. They pick up kills, but the Drake will go over to LDL. As Charm connects. Do get some vision. As Rise picks a good ulti, and looking like they're trying to get as many members to Baron as possible. Nocturne dead for 10 seconds. They have to do this quickly. The Shen will have the TP, will have the ultimate available. Can get to that Nocturne very quickly. So it looks like they are going to just go for this Baron right away. Rel is trying to get there quickly. They don't do it too quickly. They only really have the Rise and the Rise and the Nico, but good damage. Rel's going to hop over. It might have to back off. This might have been a mistake. It's going to be the stun onto the Zeri. Zeri's going to be locked up, torn from the Shen with the ulti. Massive stand unite. Maokai does take the Baron, but at what cost? There's going to be dead Zeri, dead Blitzcrank, now dead Maokai. That is 3 members dead. Baron only kept by 2 members. I just repeated myself, basically. But really good teleport coming out there from the Shen. Was able to help secure that kill there. Help try and deny the Baron, but was not going to be enough. Rise. Gonna get taunted. Gonna get knocked up. Gonna get eat on. That shield's gonna be a lot from the Archangels. But Stalk Prey can just juggle that tower aggro. And Silfang locks them up there as the redemption's there. Nico gets the root. Gets the Pop Blossom. A lot of damage, but Nocturne is there. A lot of damage on Nocturne, fleeing into the nearsighted. As that is going to be Nocturne coming in to save Tiga. Was it Tiga or Tiga? I'm saying Tiga or Tiga. I really hope I'm not butchering any names here. But now we see Trankos is going to be walking in the jungle. It's going to get the root onto the Ezreal. But really not going to be much there. Rel's going to get the Sun, Shen get the taunt. Damage dropped out. Nature's Grasp is dropped. Israel is going to stay firmly behind. Oh! Brings the Mako right in there. Silver Fang has no escape. And that is a shutdown for the Ezreal. Zeri trying to really close this down here. Going to go in for the tower. Not going to do enough to Bradman or to Stalk Prey. As LDL are not giving this game up without a fight. Zeri being the saving grace that they need right now. That Rise building so much mana. Because now that that Lost Chapter is no longer unique, that there's mana items are everywhere. There's like 4 mana items. He is going to be incredibly, incredibly powerful with all that extra mana at his disposal. As now Nocturne also going to be finishing up on that next core item. Likely just going to be picking up the what I believe is, yeah, the Hex Tech, the Hex Plate. The item that makes him go nyo 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 really fast after the ultimate there. As now Shadow Flame also picked up by the Ahri. Really good itemization there. The Knight's Vow picked up by the Rel. Has not used it on anyone just yet. Likely going to be using it either on the Nocturne or the Ezreal. The Ahri does not really need it. Ahri has that mobility and sustain. With Dragon coming up in about a minute and 20. We are looking at a very high contest. Shen does have ulti, does have Stand United. Ahri also, our ulti is up, as well as the TP just coming up now. Nico and Rise will also have both their teleports. So we are going to have an Avengers level event once again. At least in that for that dragon. For the Hextech Soul would be very, very good for the Zeri to have that soul under her belt. Can do a lot of damage to that back line. A Nocturne just shadowing the Ahri just to make sure that they get the tower. Rel is there in case someone does show up to contest, but it does look like they are going to just leave it be. With Rise pushing now top side. Shen is top as well. Moonstone Renewer has been picked up, but Bradman Tiga there. Up, good ulti coming from the Nocturne there. Pop Blossom is dropped, but that is bye-bye. We game. A lot of damage coming out from the Nocturne and the Ahri, and they are able to take down the Nico without a single hesitation. Really, really good play there. That is 4v5 now. Trankos is going to be there. Silver Fang also closing in. Trankos needs to run, needs to get out of there. Ahri does not have the dash. Rel gets the double stun on the Rise and the Blitzcrank, but now the Nature's Cross is going to turn around. Shen coming in with the ulti. Not going to make it to that fight in time. Does have the teleport. Will TP in. Brad is taking a lot of damage from this Rise, but that is a lot. Oh, and the flash charm from the Ahri takes down Zeri. And the true shot barrage from the Ezreal secures the ace. As Tiga and Stalk Prey are looking to push this, take this dragon, while Ezreal pushes in mid. What looked like such a good play for LDL with that Nature's Grass turn around the Rise, absolutely shredding in that back line, turned to absolute chaos with that Ahri getting the 4-man Q, was able to utilize that true damage and magic damage crit and absolutely annihilate. As the Shen also came in absolute clutch there, going full shield and heal. Really keeping the team alive there. Like we look at it, so the Moonstone has been doing quite a bit. Lockets has also been helping. Redemption. This is a top lane Shen support right here. As the Rel has decided to put it on the Ezreal, the Knight's Vow. Infinity Edge has been picked up for the Zeri, is going to build into that Last Whisper, so Zeri will actually be able to start hurting these frontline tanks now. But Ahri is going to what is looking like a Rabadon's. Has got level 16. Has got that big AoE damage. As now Rel will clear out some minions. They've got an ace, but give us more games. Maybe do a little oopsie. Maybe just a casual throw. Just like Ahri should just die to like Zeri just like 2 or 3 times. We'll maybe get another game going. But what is looking so good now for WP is they've got this pressure in the jungle. They are going to have plenty of pressure for this upcoming Baron, as Nico clone is going to be spotted. They are not going to engage on the Nico clone, as Zeri will still be playing the super defensive route so far. Rise, I'm going to try and bother this Shen a little bit, but the Shen not too phased. He's just Shen. Like, you know, there's just Ken. He's just Shen, dude. He's just Shen. Gonna struggle a little bit to clear the waves, but probably going Titanic Hydra or Warmogs, at least from what I expect. But the shield's looking really big on this Shen right now, so can really save a life here. As Ori tries to get the charm. Does go wide, does not land the damage. As wards are being cleared out, the clone not going to be stopped there. Blitzcrank goes for the grab, but I'm at least made looking for the engage still. Really wants to try and find that one carry, but Rise has TP. Shen has the stand united. But that root from Shen, that root from the Rise can't make it all go away. And now Shen is stepping back, looking for ultis. Blitzcrank also looking for an engage, going to use a Hex Flash. Oh, does not Hex Flash. Would have maybe been able to catch that Ahri, but was not going to go for that kind of ballsy play. As we see Nico is going to be dealing with the wave. Nocturnes on the other side. Shen going for the taunt onto Mishu, doing a lot of damage over to Mishu. As a locket is used and the redemption is used in this fight. Oh, that's going to be a solo bolo. As a Shen goes to solo bolo, they go in for the engage. That is the all clear. Nocturne goes in. That is the Shen ulti onto the rail. There's so much damage. Zeri's trying to cut it out. Will take down one. Isn't he going to take out another? No, the Shen is going to be there to lock them down. Oh, with a CC. Ezreal just churning away at these Qs. Ahri hopping over. As that is going to be the ace for WP, for Hyper. Baron is up. And the Ahri is going to just look for a reset here. Does have, this will likely have the Rabadons in base here. Ezreal 11 and 3. Ahri 11 and 1. Looking incredibly strong at the moment. As this Baron is going to be taken relatively quickly with the help of the Ezreal. Does hurt quite a bit. But I'm really digging that Shen build. It looks really cool. It looks kind of memey, but I dig it. The healing and shielding going to be absolutely really, really... I really want to try that Shen build one day. But what looked like a very close game in the beginning has now stretched to a 6,000 gold lead for Hyper, for WP. As now the next Drake is going to be up in just over a minute. It is going to be the third Hex Tech, possibly for WP, or the Soul for LDL. The Soul would put them in a very good spot with the Zeri, who does have that Lord Dominic's, does have the extra bit of damage. Was able to get at least one kill in that team fight, but was not able to really close it out and go for that full-on sustain. As lacking in the lifesteal department, but not super necessary at the moment. As now Nocturne wants to steal away a red buff from Mr. Maokai, who is still in level 15, level 16 on the Nocturne at the moment. Black Cleaver picked up for him. As Rabadons for the... Oh my goodness gracious me! As that is going to be the forced usage of the Spirit Rush. By the big True Shot Barrage used. Ahri had to use that Spirit Rush offensively. That Zeri did a lot of damage. So that is a very big ulti not available for Hyper. Alright, will be about just under half its cooldown. About a quarter of the way there. Really wants to just bring it on as long as possible. But two big ultis now not available. Ezreal's about almost up again. Does have the use of the Q. So already only lost the one ulti. Ren, so it's going to be used. Ezreal uses it again. Does hit a bit of a field goal. Nocturne ulti is used. They can't see what's going on in this pit. And that is the third Drake going over to WP. That is 3 Hex Tech Souls. That is a lot of ability haste. And a lot of attack speed. As this is just going to be a slow and painful death. Looking like for LDL. They're really trying to go for these plays. They're really trying to make these ballsy moves. But they're burning ultis, but then they can't. They seem to struggle to capitalize on the usage of these ultimates. As Zeri now looking to possibly pick up that. No, it doesn't look like she's going to be picking up any more life. Still going to go for that 100% crit. As now Stalk Prey going to be down that bot side. Trankos and Kawhi are going to be leading the charge. As now Rise will spot out the Nocturne. But this is going to, the Nocturne is just going to try and pick up the Frog and walk away. But Blackfire picked up by the Rise as well. So is just going for plenty of mana, to say the least. Wouldn't he be surprised if a possible force Frozen Heart. There's a taunt coming out onto the Nico. Charm into the very easy amount of damage there. That Ari absolutely deletes this Nico off the face of the map. That is 48 seconds of no mid laner. Ari didn't even need to use ulti, and Shen will just get free reign down the spot side on this tower. With the Warmogs now picked up, Shen is not going to be a problem. Not going to be having too much of a problem in that bot side. Now Brad, man, keeping this Israel alive. Blitzcrank does go for the grab, does get the Rel. Rel's taking a lot of damage. Does get the stun, gets the lockback, tries to do as much damage as possible before falling. And Israel will walk it out. As Nocturne picks up that top lane tower, Shen and Ari pick out that bot lane tower. There is a lot of towers that are falling, and inhibs are gone as well. So now Ari gonna be looking like to pick up a Zonya's, that last item. Really just wants to survive the Zeri. Zeri who's doing absurdly high amounts of damage at the moment. Wouldn't be surprised if she's going for possibly a Phantom Dancer. And then also, or even looking into, I don't know what else really builds out of that Azil. Maybe she's going for some more on-hit. But we will have to see there. Could possibly be seeing... Okay, it's definitely not what we think is. But Nico is playing as the minion. She's going to be minioning it. She's going to... Looking for a sneaky play. So we've got to hope that they can't count minions. Because the Nico is just leading the charge. So Nico is going to be used as a bit of a bait there. So they are just going to play that accordingly. And no one seems to notice the Nico. No one seems to see where the Nico is. The minions are pushed. Nocturne is there. They are going to spot out Nocturne. Going to do a lot of damage. Oh, but they catch the Israel. But Israel able to E out. Good CC and good healing from that Rel there. As it might have turned to their downfall. As that is going to be the Maokai even taking down the Rel's going in for the engage. Shen drops the ulti. Pop Blossom takes down one. But the Nocturne is now here to play. And it's going to be taking down that... No, Zeri lives on like 10 HP. Ari does have the Spirit Rush stacks. And Israel's... There's just flashes everywhere. Flash dash. Taking a bath. And that Israel picks up the kill. Double kill. For the Israel. There's now double TPs going in. Both going for that same minion. As Israel left all alone, Shen and Ari going to go down their bot side. Do not have the Baron, but do have 5 grubbies. So we'll be able to use that to their advantage. Israel not going to be able to do too much. They're just going to go for that reset, most likely. They are not going to go for the end. They have got... The Maokai is spawning in 10 seconds. So they wouldn't necessarily not be able to go for it. But we'll have priority now for this Drake. There's 10 seconds on this Drake. It would make it 4 Hex Tech Drakes. That is plenty of cooldown reduction and plenty of attack speed. That is going to be a 20... That's going to be... Oh gosh. 20 ability haste and 20% attack speed. Not ending? What? Yeah, I was also a bit curious on the not ending. They could have gone for it with the Israel, but I think they wanted to play it super safe. They really want to just go for the... They really want to just go for the Drake and then possibly play for the Drake safe ending. Or even look at the Baron. Because the Baron is up now. And it is available, so it could look for a trade as we are going to get a pause. Small pause as there's a short phone call. So, where are you in base? I feel like they should have ended the 3 team fights in 3 times in an hour already. I do have to agree. I do think that maybe would have been the better option. Is if they were able to at least close the game earlier, but... I think they really want to see if they can really just bring it to a full close. At least later on. Like with the absolute safety that they're not going to lose if they get the Drake. Where are you? Hitting the Nexus. Gotta love the banter. Gotta love the banter, you know. Risk aversion, in my opinion. Death timers long enough to end it on if attempt ends to end fails. Yeah, I do think that does make sense. Even though they have supers pushing in their base, they still could really look to, like, them getting an ace. Like LDL getting an ace could look for a really good push, especially with the Zeri, who does do a lot of damage. As Israel has the True Shot Barrage into the Nocturne ulti. That is bye-bye Rel. Absolute banger of a move caught in that mid lane. Safe to be ending sooner, just giving them a chance to play. As now we see the Nocturne is going to be sorting the Dragon. Shen does use the Redemption. Does go for the Flash. Taunt does land in. Charm goes in on the Ori. So much damage. Tiga takes down the Rise. Edgeriel will secure the Blitzcrank. Tries to go. Does land on the wrong target. Double root. Shen will just walk it out. But that is now Hex Tech Trick picked up. Charm does unfortunately go wide. But still big damage on these Ori here. Shen goes for the taunt there. Ezreal takes down Nico. Stalk Prey taking a lot of damage. Will be taking Tower Shot. Is going to take down by the Maokai. But that is not going to be enough. Ezreal is going to be smacking away at these towers like it's nothing. Nocturne's going to go for the ulti. Going to go for one last stage 6 load shedding. And that is going to be game 3. And the series going to Hyper. So GG, well played. Over to Hyper Esports and LDL. But Hyper will take game 3. They will take the series. They are going to progress to that very, very prestigious Division 2 final. And I'm not sure who they're against just yet. But it's like someone said Hyper, someone said Happy. It was very confusing. I assumed it was Hyper, but it's WP. I don't know. I may have mixed up teams. Hyper in finals. Okay. Then why did they name themselves Hyper in the in this thing? Like they named themselves Hyper in this. Like, look. Like, I was very confused because someone named themselves Hyper, so it's very confusing because this is what I saw. Hype suck as well. But GG, well played. We were gonna 3-0 them as well. Yo, that was not LDL, not us, lol. Oh, I'm very okay. I was very confused. I'm very confused. But 3-0 Hyper, your people are out here. Woof. Big words, big words. But I hope to see it in this next match coming up. Worst top lane I've ever seen. Well, better put your money where your mouth is, everybody. But thank you to everybody who came to watch the stream. I hope you all enjoy your evenings. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening further. This is going to be me signing off. My computer is having an absolute heart attack right now. But we will be seeing you all in the shorts soonish. Gosh. Jeg worst and streamer. Oh, you hurt my feelings, bros. But always love having these streams. It's always nice to be back. Hope to see you all hope to see everyone in the final. Hope to see what the final goes about and see who takes the W. Whose mouth is bigger than what they're capable of on the Rift. So that is going to, I'm just going to make sure that this, I'm kind of delaying because I've my music visualizer is not fucking working. Hope your stream finals Matt is less than you. But like I want to maybe even stream with Matt. Who knows? But everyone, thank you for coming to watch. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, fellas.
Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call